I'm an early bird and I'm a night owl, so I'm wise and I have worms.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. How are we today? I hope we're having a good time. Hope we're having a lovely Saturday. I was up until 6 a.m. last night playing Minecraft. So, I'm here, I'm awake, I'm alive, enthusiastic. So, hello. Hi, everyone. Why not in Teams? I'm sorry, the 7 Tome server has me. I'm with the Tomies. They've convinced me. But I want to play on your server too. I wanna play with you guys. I don't know. You guys have like you're a modded server, right? Question mark. Vanilla. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, you'll probably see me in there soon, very soon. Couple data packs. Okay, okay. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. You'll probably see me in there pretty soon. I'll show up. I'll make myself a little birdhouse, and then I'll just hang out. I'll just be a guy. I'm gonna get so confused between like my different worlds. Would you not steal your kneecaps otherwise? Oh my god. I like having my kneecaps. Like they don't work that well. So like I might be better off with you taking them, maybe. Potentially. You'll steal chair? No. Alright, you got me. I'm going in. In fact, we're not gonna show the shortlist today, we're just going to play Minecraft. Oh goodness. Oh wait, and I need to turn off that command because crafting creatures is over. My goodness, I really need to start working on my commands before I actually launch stream. It's okay. Nothing crazy. Custom commands. Get this guy out of here. Just check the page. I'm gonna faint. It's okay. It's okay. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about nothing. Also, also the page is slightly unfinished still, so I'm just gonna be buying time while I type out a couple more things. So don't mind me. But yeah, how is everyone doing today? I hope you're having a lovely, lovely Saturday. I don't know, I'm still like in the process of becoming a person for the day. I'm still in the process of kind of waking up. But that's just how life goes, right? I need energies. Yeah, me too. I need way more energy than I have right now. But at least I feel good. I had like a little. I want one of these. Hold up, little snack. Little dark chocolate chunk, healthy grains, chewy with a crunch. Little oat bar. So we're good on breakfast. We're doing good. We're doing great. All right, I'm gonna type a couple more sentences while I have you here, my captive audience. Yeah, I had so much fun on yesterday's stream. Oh my god, I read so many articles. Ooh, I read so many articles yesterday. That's kind of insane.
Refresh yourselves.
Oh, and the sips are here. Hello. Oh, the sips are had. Oh, and I'm shrimped. Oh goodness. Okay, we'll have a stretch. Oh. Get yourself a
Refresh yourselves.
stretch. Feel good. Oh, more sips. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Yeah, get up and do some writing. That's what I'm doing right now. Just like on the down low, real quick. Because I just have like a couple more sentences I want to put in here, and then I'll just like then we're gonna go through the list. Then we're gonna go look at everybody and see what everybody made and what my favorites were. And can I just say, while I have you here, while we're still in the waiting stage, this was so hard to decide on. Are you writing about how cool Kato is? Well, I'm not writing about any particular person in these, but I have included Kato, and they're pretty cool. They're pretty sick. Yeah, I'm just writing little blurbs. They're very inconsequential, but they really tie the whole page together. So I just want them to be in there. Ba-ba-ba. My thoughts on the category. And I heard my name. You did. You did in fact hear your name. Or no, you didn't. Oh no, Mochi says you didn't. So actually you did not. Grabbing a drink. Good. Everyone should have a drink. Everyone should have a sip.
Refresh yourselves.
Ooh.
Refresh yourselves.
Ah. My keyboard little typey clicky clacks. He's sipping. 1 and 2. Oh yeah, Nino. Good luck on the expedition. I'm probably not gonna be able to join this one, of course, like we said, but oh goodness, I hope it goes well. Oh, dog is walking all over you. I love that. All right, one more. I have one more thing. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Now let me get rid of my little placeholder text that says, "Hello, we're still working on this. Hi." Even though I think it's cute. We'll replace it with a little title that says, "My shortlists." Fantastic. All right, now the moment of truth. Let us talk about who our favorites were from this year's Worldbuilding Awards. Let me just cue these up. Hold up. Get the right screen turned on. Get everything that's not supposed to be on this screen onto my other screen. How about that? I think that's a good place to start. Yeah, I got my voting done in a day. But oh my god, it took a very long time. It took several hours. Cuz like I had to do so many rounds of cuts to narrow down my shortlist. And then narrowing down the winner from that was even worse. So here we are. So let's get this party started. Let's get this, let's scroll this down a little bit. All right. My shortlists, they are revealed. If you want to spoil yourself and scroll ahead, here's the link. Also, hi Calixtus, how are you? Welcome. Line shortlist when I wake up. Ooh. Oh, it's now way past bedtime. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you could stop by, Drunken Panda. You're great. Hello. I'm gonna have time to refresh this article. It's okay. Well, now it's finished. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to talk about it. Now we're ready to get into it. Finally, it only took me this long, right? Yeah, but it's probably a more sensible time. Just mid-afternoon. All right, my short lists. But yeah, again, like I've been saying basically this entire time, the community has made this such an unfair task of just picking my favorites. Like you're really gonna ask me to pick out my favorites of all this wonderful, beautiful, amazing work? Do you know how much mental anguish I had to go through to be like, yeah, this one doesn't make the cut. Like, how am I supposed to do this with like with a full heart? Right? Like, oh my goodness. Oh, it's so challenging. Don't mind me. Just making a little post somewhere I forgot to post. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, as I go through all of these, feel free to tell me which people you think were absolutely robbed by not being on my shortlist. Like, you tell me who your favorites were that you don't see on my list right now, and we will give them love too. So, just get your fingies ready. Because for the shortlist for hearts and minds, we have a quite a beautiful selection of articles, if I may do say so myself. If I may say so myself, we have some pretty excellent creatures. Yeah, I love everyone in the community. Broke my heart to say to myself that most things won't make shortlists. I know. But yeah, also if anyone like I know I have 6 on my shortlist instead of 5. But you know, if we have any like if we're matching, if we have twinsies, you also let me know because I'll be like, ooh, great minds think alike, right? But all right, we're gonna go through each of these one by one because they're worth it. We have Valkyr by Jontaro. Now, Jontaro is one of those people that I found on World Anvil that I'm like completely enamored by. Just the art style, first of all, like beautiful, beautiful. And this is such a like it's it's one of those like really in-depth, really cool articles sprinkled throughout with like custom artwork, quotes, and everything else. So cool. So cool. I will share a link once this beautiful aesthetic scroll is finished. There's so much, and there's so much story, and there's so much everything all about them and their culture. Like I don't want to do too much of a deep dive on all the articles because if you get me started talking about like the actual contents of these articles, I will just be here for 12 hours. And as much as I would love to talk about all of my favorite articles for 12 hours, I don't really have that kind of time. So we're just going to do a little scroll through. I'm going to tell everyone how cool they are and how much I love their work. Like, I don't know, like there's just, I mean, like it's still going. Like this article is so sick. And this is a world number entry. Hi Blueberry, how are you? Just be here for 12 hours, I'll hang around. Oh my goodness. And also the fact that there's like this gallery that's just full of images. Well, okay, if you guys team up together for 12 hours, I think you have enough points for sippies. You just have to like take turns. But yeah, that's a good one. Another article that just absolutely has my heart. Oh wait, hold on. I almost goofed. There's a link to Valkyr. Very cool. But another article that also has my heart. Goldbrook Annual Fair. I remember watching this article come to life. Like so many, like this is another World Ember article. So much delicious work came out of World Ember this year. That's what I'm noticing. Like so much excellent content came out of World Ember. And you know, TJ of course, no exception. With the pixel art and the everything arriving at the fair. Oh, I love it. And so we go into, you know, like the guilds and like these groups that you can find in here. And I can't help myself. I have to talk about one piece of content in particular, and that's Bub. This NPC that we are introduced to in here. Just absolutely, I would do anything for Bub. That's all. That's all. We won't get too distracted. But it's just another excellent article. in hearts and minds. Just all the little snippets, all the quotes, all the everything, just so much information about these different like facets of the fair and like welcoming you into the world. An apple crumble and custard served in a small bowl. Ooh. Oh, and the little stamp thing is absolutely genius. I love it. So there's that one. The introduction for Joy. And now, yet another article that has absolutely gripped me, that I just think is so cool. Manta Ray by Kato. There you are. I don't know, just the way. Like, I don't know if it's this article in particular or if it's just Shattered as a whole, but just the way. Yes, that is you. The way that you lay out articles and the way that you give us information is just so. Mwah. It's so beautiful. It's like. God, like look at these little sections separating all this information about different like all the different parts and different things. Ah, sorry, the aesthetic scroll must continue. And like look at this framing of the text with the images and that's something even I haven't done yet. It's just so cool. Ooh, and the little gifs and the images. But like it really is about just like the structure and how you lay out articles. It's just like I like looking at it. I like being here. I like reading this. It's really cool. And like a lot of the way that I'm picking articles for my shortlist is like how readable is this article? Like how easy is it for me to get into it and like read it and understand? Hi Reno, how are you? Welcome. And so this is absolutely one of those articles that just like it pulls me in, it keeps me engaged. Like there's, little sections that I I can just latch onto. And so there's the manta ray. And now I love you. What the fuck? And now another banger on the list. Monster Hunting by Mochi Manoban. Yes, indeed. Just back to back people in my chat that I'm calling out for being cool. That is a really cool one. See, right? Everyone agrees. See, this one should be on everyone's shortlist. Everyone. And this one, once again, it's another one of those articles where like you got the sections and like little bits and pieces to read. And propaganda posters. You can't have an article without a propaganda poster. I was supposed to have a short list? I mean, you're not supposed to. It's not required. I just wanted to make one because it's really fun and really cool. And I get to yell at all my friends like, look how cool you are. Look how sick your work is. And this little guy yelling, ah. I love you. What the hell? Listen, how else am I supposed to respond? I don't think there is a better response. So what the hell do you mean? I love you. Ugh. But also, just the little bits and pieces of art that we get in like basically every article that Mochi makes. So good, so good. It adds so much. It adds so much to all the articles that you make, and you're getting better with every single article and every single piece of art that you make. And so every time you make something new, I'm like, this is so good. This is so cool. Let me just get this link in here for everyone to absolutely go love on my friends. Love you. Know you. Know you, citizen of this chat. And up next, we have this wonderful tradition by Hanhula, Seabirth. See, we know Han. We know she makes absolutely incredible work, and some may say that, it goes without saying, but I don't want to be that guy. I want to say it. Han makes amazing work. It's really cool. And I really latched onto this article in particular as this, I don't know, Hearts and Minds is such I don't know, I'm looking for the words. They're not reaching me. It really opens up the arena for really deeply personal and meaningful things and interactions and aspects of your world. And I feel like this article really it really brings together the heart of a culture, rituals that really embody a people, and just so many of the things I said about other articles, like the layout, how everything is just in kind of bite-sized chunks. I jump around, I can read different sections and get different snippets of information. And this quote right here, fuck yeah, ritual of trans your gender, I'm so ready. I don't think you can beat that. As a quote, at least. That's so good. Absolutely one of the factors that put this on my short list. I don't know. I feel like the best part of best part being very subjective. The best part of a lot of Han's articles are just the absolutely out of pocket quotes like this one that just are in these articles. So you're just, you could be reading the most serious article ever and then you just get a quote like this at the end of it. I'm like, that's really good. So Han does awesome stuff and you should all tell her that. There you go. And yeah, Al, you know how it is. Han the goat. And last but not least, these are in no particular order, by the way. The Drell Azzy. I have to this is another one of those worlds that I've been kind of staring at for a long time. Chronicles of Evelaw. There's so there's so much going on with it in in a positive way. All these really intensely really well filled out articles, all this information, all this artwork, and all of this is commissioned artwork. I was peeping the credits, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm a little obsessed. And so many of the articles that I saw from this world on the list, yeah, the layouts are beautiful, the containers are awesome, the art is phenomenal. I could only dream of having stuff in this in depth in my world in the future. Ah. Yeah, you can always learn and do better. We every day we get a little bit closer to where we want to be. And I think this piece of artwork that's scrolling on by as we speak, that thing is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, beautiful. Ooh, don't mind me, my hiccups. Again, this article just goes so in depth into these people, telling you who they are, what they're about, what they love, what they feel. Just, ah. But yeah, I'm really curious what you mean when you say that World Anvil does not have the capabilities to do. Because I've seen anything and everything. Yeah, this is a long scroll. This this is a big article. It's huge, it's in depth, there's a lot of incredible artwork. And it just keeps going, and that's really sick. But yeah, I've seen basically anything and everything done on World Anvil. Insert 3D view architectural software. I think there's an integration with something like that, isn't there? I'm not 100% sure. I can't, yeah, there's a 3D map of some kind. Oh, not able to do so now. Oh, that's fair. Maybe. If you get enough architects on your side, maybe. I wish the authors notified more for this world. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm following this world. Yeah, I just had to make sure, because I also don't really see a lot of notifications for this. But there it is. There's that link for you. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely incredible work all around. And this is only the first. The first of many categories that I have a list for. Wasteland Ranger, hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, let's move on to Rise of Nations. The slow scroll. It's a little jumpy. I'm sorry. Why are you jumping around so much? Okay. More. Wait, wish I got to see what packs given the drama. I'm glad I didn't. Wait, which drama in particular? Is it Are we talking about actual drama or the fact that I got COVID? That counts as drama, maybe, potentially. I know something went on at PAX. But here we go. Rise of Nations. Some awesome, awesome work to dive into here. So we're just gonna start right here. Another one of those worlds with so much going on that is so cool. Darkfall. This was absolutely one of my, like... Oh, the one I voted for is on the shortlist? Yes! But yeah, every time I see something from this world, it's just so... It's so sick. And this world was genuinely one of my, like, primary inspirations when I first started reworking the aesthetics of Malcora, like, forever ago. And so obviously, you know, like, obviously not everything carried over, but a lot of the... I don't know, like, the kind of the vibes of the styling, I feel like there's a lot of influence there from this. And yeah. So just like seeing the artworks, seeing all this information, and again, like the structure of these articles is so good. So good, it's so cool to read. Oh, it's such a... Oh, Jesus. I don't know why my scroll is suddenly just being so jumpy. It's really making these aesthetic scrolls a lot less aesthetically pleasing. And yeah, there's even a map on here. Something about articles that have maps on them also is just like, I'm a big fan. I really enjoy it. Unfortunately, Cat hasn't done stuff in a while. I think Ninny only appears during summer camp world. I got jump scared by an ad. Oh no! And yeah, so this is the end. So cool. Oh, and that it makes sense that there's a map in here because this was an entry for the Call of Cartography. 100%. And so here is that link for everyone. But also I have to call back to the image up here because bird. little creature. I'm a simple creature, okay? I see bird. I hit like. Moving on to the next on our list. The Patriarchy. I thought this would be a really fun pick for Rise of Nations, given that bread rises. Can I pester you later to find out who you voted for this category? Because I'm very nosy. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can pester me. Not me suddenly thinking like, oh shit, who did I vote for? It's like, oh no, I forgot. Oh my goodness, wait, I think I remember. But yeah, absolutely, I'll tell you. But yes. Culinary Punk. Culinary Punk is a really cool world. Just something about the theming of it, just like it's all food-based. It's all about the food, and all these like... There's a lot of puns all over the place. And like... and then seeing like little seeing little uniforms. That's something I need to do in the future. I love seeing those like drawings of clothing and outfits and everything just to tell us like what do these people wear? What do these people look like on a regular basis? What do they wear in the day to day? So we got everything, all this information. Like the colors in this world also are just so like this it's probably the intent, but like I want to eat it. I want to like put this world into my mouth and just like start chomping. I know that's a sentiment that Mochi often expresses about the worlds that they like. Um, so I'm sure you could relate, Mochi. So yeah, here's an excellent, excellent one. It's so delicious, right? Right? So here's that link. But yeah, if you have an account, you don't need to like submit your email to vote. You just hit the little button and you're done with it. Um, but also they did like the team did state like they're not holding on to these emails, they're not reaching out to these emails, they're not communicating with you in any sense. It's just to say like, okay, are there duplicate votes? Like, how do we organize this? All that. But I get it. I expect to suddenly just get a burst of energy if I bite into culinary punk. Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on. Here we go. We have another article from Hanhula. Ooh. I promise it's not a Han sweep, although it very well could have been. But some of these articles are just like too good not to include on my short list. This is the nobility of Galistine. You're gonna see as we scroll down very quickly why I liked this article's layout so much. But it is just it's so lovely, so cool. I like reading about like I love articles that go into like lists of like, like here are these groups, here are their symbols, and you see it coming on a screen right now, like, here are these groups, here are their symbols, here's what they're about, here's like, like some like info about them and just like a compilation article of things in a world. So yeah, you have exactly this. You have the elemental houses that they go into. So nice. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing, easy to read, well organized. You're gonna hear me saying that about like basically every article I look at. And so it might get a little repetitive. It might get a little tiny bit repetitive. But I feel like if I don't repeat them for every article, then it's going to seem like I don't like them as much as the other one before. So that's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna repeat ourselves and, you guys are along for the ride, so. But then it does this thing that I also love. When you get into a new section following the same format, you just flip it to the other side for some visual intrigue. That's definitely something that I do. It's definitely one of my strategies. Yeah, we'll hurry this up a little tiny bit because oh my goodness, this is a long scroll, but my god, is it worth it? Bam, there's the end of that one. Yeah, Han doesn't have the ability to write an article that isn't incredible, right? Started doing the flippy too. Yeah, it's so much fun, right? Hi Ghosty, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you've returned at a time where I'm far less crusty. We're looking at some incredible work from some really cool people in the World Anvil community today. On the topic of really cool people in the World Anvil community, we've got TJ. Now I remember this article because I had the notification for it saved for like 10,000 years because I wanted to come read it. Because it was linked to like a Dimmy mission. So I was like, ooh, how did TJ improve this article? Like what happened to this? Where did it start? Where did it go? So I don't know, there's like a whole history behind this article. And so I'm taking this article as inspiration for like how I want to do like more cities, more settlements, like understanding where cities came from. Also, the little demographics wheel. I love this. I know TJ has done this. I know I've seen this on some of Kato's articles as well. Like I love it. It's just so delicious. It's so mwah. I would like to do something with that in the future as well. One day. One day. Once I figure out what I want my demographics to be in any place in particular. I mean, we could do that with Arsavella before too long. But again, look like the tiny little bite-sized sections telling you about different things, leading you into other articles. I really love articles that don't have sections that are like individually huge. You know, like if a section of one article is going to be massive and there's going to be like other stuff in that article too, I would much prefer to have a small section within that article that leads to a dedicated article for more information on this particular thing. Because I don't know, it just kind of it gets to a point where you have so much information, it might as well just be a new article. Like at that point, it deserves it. You know what I mean? And that way, when people come to learn more about your world, they're not just completely overwhelmed by all of this information on one topic, all in one place, when there's still more to read. There we go, city living. Look, we even have a map of a family home. Isn't that so sick? All right, here you go. There's that link. That is another one from my short list. Of course, we got two more. Two more for this category. We have Miraz by Kato once again. Again, I told you, I'm in love with this world. I wonder who wrote this article. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Go back to the corner of crying. No, do not. You can't go to the corner of crying yet because we're not even done after this one. But yes, another one of those articles. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. Learning more about the settlements of this place, their history, like where things started, where things are going. I love these little district maps. Ah, they're really cool. Headphones are on Bluetooth. Can still hear you from Crying Corner. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. So that's fine. You can go sit wherever you need to, and we'll just keep talking about you because you're really cool. Just look at this, all the different districts. I like having our little rumor corner. Okay, this part's my favorite. Watch this, watch this. Boom. I don't know. I remember you making these, okay, like forever ago. I think they work so well in this article. All these the pillars of the government. And also the little army symbols. Oh, it's just I'm such a sucker for a good like custom symbol, you know? Just slapping my microphone. Yeah, the talent that Kato possesses, 100%. Your name reminds me of Strixhaven in D&D. Strixhaven, I think, is only 1x. But, yeah, it's so unfortunate that, okay, I love Strixhaven so much. And it's really unfortunate that after Strixhaven came out, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to name my Discord server, and I wanted to name it Strixhaven. Cause, cause that just, you know, it's such a fun word and so nice. But alas, that was not an option because that setting exists. Gosh, what did I? So I've settled on the Owl Works. That, you know, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just I'm just Strix because I like owls. And so that's my life. It's also the name of my first LARP character. Her name was Strix. But here's the link to this beautiful article. Yeah, based, exactly. See? Dumb owl, you get me. Hi Satrium, hello, welcome. Welcome on in, welcome on in. Although I'm sure actually I have to look that up now, because now I'm like, when did Strixhaven release date? 2021. Okay, yeah, so that was okay. I don't think that I was going by the username Strixline then, but I had the LARP character Strix before then. And so it was only after I did my little rebrand that I'm like, okay. So we can't do Strixhaven as a location for our community. That's okay though. Alright, we got one more on the Rise of Nations list. And that, once it loads, is this beautiful article right here. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, beautiful. Oh, that's scrolling a little too fast. I think that every article from Lefea is just so good. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's always so good. Yeah, Delian makes really cool stuff. Like, the organization, I think, is top notch. Stop stuttering, please. Scroll. Is there a link to your shortlist? There is. There absolutely is. Let me just kind of grab this. I shared it earlier, so I should probably just like share it periodically. But there it is. It's the section underneath my entries. I just kind of added it on because I didn't want to make a new article. But yeah, every time one of Delian's articles are like featured on my stream or anything like that, I feel like he has the nerve to come on here into my chat and say, "What do you mean? It's so good." Like like what do you mean? What do you mean? Like it's delicious. I love your articles. They're amazing. Like there's always this sense of surprise that Delian brings to the table whenever I say like I love this shit. Like like whenever one of these articles is like if I put an article of Delian's on a shortlist or something and I'm like talking about it on stream, it's like, wow, I'm really surprised. Like I didn't think it was gonna do that well. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But yeah, so here we go. There's that link for you. But yeah, it's just like I don't know, like all the people in this community that make like flags for their nations. Like I'm looking at TJ too. Like I know we were just looking at an article like that. Like people that make like flags and banners and everything else for their nations. Like I want that to be me. I want that to be me. One day. It'll happen. Oh god. Don't look at that. In fact, let me just close that real quick. Yeah, be what you want to be. I'm trying my best to be what I want to be. And so we're gonna get there in time. Let's go have a scroll down to our next category, and that is Wondrous Nature. I think you're doing great, thank you. I think I'm doing well. I just want to do more stuff, right? Like I want to do more stuff, and a lot of people are doing really cool stuff that I also want to do, but I'm not currently doing that stuff, so I'm like, I want to. Hi, Big Red, how are you? Welcome on in. Alright, so Wondrous Nature. We have some absolute bangers in here. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, there's always more stuff to do. Only 24 hours in a day. I wish. And there's only 24 hours in a day, and I spend about 3 of those sleeping, so for legal reasons, that's a joke, but only kind of. So let's jump right into this hitter. Go sleep. One day I will sleep. So here's this article. She's big, she's beefy, and she takes a minute to load. Might be my internet. There we go. There she goes. Yeah, this article. Go where you go and knock you out. Okay. Alright. That just means I get to have a friend come over. Joke's on you. But yes. Ethnos. Need I say more? No, but I will anyway. Ethnos is such a cool setting. And one of the, one of the first in my life that I was following. Or in my life, in my World Anvil career, one of the first worlds that I ever found and followed. This one right here. And they have like the Ethnos team has started playing with this like parallax effect, and it's so cool as you scroll through all of their articles, and just, you have your text coming up in the background, doesn't move, and there's just so much cool stuff happening in these articles. So you go through this entire article. It gives you so much information. It tells you, about this place and about what you find here, who you find here. This is sick. You can click and drag this to look around. And and it even has like a little sunbeam effect. Like, this is nuts. How does one do this? Yeah, she's a real chunky article. So that is really, really sick. Yeah, isn't that dope? And like we're not even close to halfway done with this article, right? And so it goes into like the creatures and the things that are in here. Like, I feel like we need to scroll quick. Oh, but see, they have little slideshow. And it keeps going. It keeps going, like the different parts. And like this is another one where you can just look around and do stuff. And like the lighting too. Like, look at this. Like, here you are facing away from the sun, and here you are as you turn. You're just blinded by the light. That's wild. That's wild, right? And again, it just keeps on going. It keeps on going. This is the reason why, while I was reading all these articles, while I was judging for my votes, I kept looking at some of these entries like, God damn, I'm supposed to compete with this? Bruh? Oh my god. Like, the only way I'm winning against this article in this category is if people like take pity on me. You know what? Like, pity votes, like, line's pretty cool. I'll vote for them. But like, bruh. Right? Like, oh my god. Diving into the abyss and like it. Yeah, we're all doomed in the wondrous nature category. I think we just need to say like, thank you. Thank you, goodbye. And yeah, that's the end of it. That's the end of that article. Kind of glad I didn't submit to that category. Listen, I still did it. I'm still gonna try. I might just have to be. I just might have to be happy with the understanding that if I get shortlisted for this, that's as far as I'm gonna go. So here's that article right there. My goodness. I feel like I should have looked at that one last, because everyone's gonna be like comparing ourselves to this. But at the same time, I don't know if you guys know about the wonder that is Tinkets. This is the Stormbrill article that has my heart and soul. Because look at these little creatures. Yeah, Tinkets, my beloved. I love them so much. They're built for mischief. They're everything. They're the best creature ever. And this little scared guy here, he is coming up on screen. And the little quote, just watch this. Boo! And just, they're so good. It's the life of a criminal. Like there's such good titles. Too cute and too smart. Yeah, Cathedrals is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And we're gonna scroll on down further into the comments to find, yeah, see me. First comment, obsessed with your little creatures. I'd give them all of my mortal possessions if I could. So you know that I'm a little bit obsessed. And they're so good. And so I don't know, you know, this one, you know, if it stirs the heart of the people enough, it could win against Ethnis. It could. It's possible. That's the thing, right? We our favorites are so subjective. I honestly I don't know who will win. Like I think on a purely technical level, like Ethnis has it in the bag. But on like a touching the hearts of the people, we have Tinkets. And like that goes for so many other articles too. Yeah, I have no clue who makes the nominations. I'm even less sure who will win. I know, like it could be anybody. It could be anybody. It could be all over the place. Having also submitted to Nature, I'll optimistically say it's anybody's game. Yeah. Like literally anything can happen. Yeah, like I spoke so much high praise for this Ethnis article. And like it deserves it. Oh my god. But there are so many good articles in the running that I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know. And like personal favorites come into play and like different like aspects and elements of articles that people like more than others can also come into play. Maybe someone did something really unique and you're like, yes, I love this. And like anything can happen. Like you could even get bees. Bees, I love this article. The bees get a bit quirky when magical. Hi Lork, hi. Hi Paper Gauntlet, how are you? Welcome. Look at this. This is another one of those articles that I love because like look at the art. It's so good. Person just being carried off by bees. Isn't that so fun? There's different types of bees, different arts. I really, I don't know, I really love the rune bees because they look like they're ready to throw down at any moment. Like they're ready to go, right? Isn't it so cute? Little bees, rune bees, sweet pot bees, mason bees, and the chisel bees. Look at them. Oh my god. And again, like this is like a shorter article, but it's got so much character. It tells me so much about like these little aspects of the world. Ah, yeah, look at them. They're ready to start crafting. Yeah, they do the burrow thing by aggressively headbutting the dirt and stone. I guess it works well enough for them. It's like you just imagine just walking by on a little nature walk and you see a bunch of bees headbutting a stone wall. Like that'd be so cute. Yeah, I would give everything for them. Here's the link. Go check it out. So good. I don't know, this image right here just has me. Like I love it. Who's next? Aha. Sarukas. Sarukas is another one of those people that I just don't read enough from because this article is so nice. It's so good. I love learning more about like the magic that is innate to a person's setting. Cuz like it's not nature in the traditional sense, but it is the nature of your world, you know what I mean? And so it's so cool. It's so awesome. Again, this is another like short and sweet article, but not every article needs to be huge. Just like the layouts and the arts and the everything. Very cool. Really sick. Atreya is such a cool setting. Yeah, magic is a part of everyday life, and others magic is rare, hidden, punishable by death. And I love seeing little dualities, if you will. All right, 2 more on this particular list. Bacchanal from Becketville. Emily Armstrong, always coming out with the hitters. And so this was a Rivers and Waterways Challenge entry from way back when. I say way back when, I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago. 2 or 3? I don't know. But again, we got all these really cool sections and images, and everything's just like breaking up all the text, telling us all about this place, what you find here, how it started, what it's all about. We got birds. Very important to any setting. Tell me about your birds. So, once again, another really cool, really awesome article talking about a location and what you find in there. And bam, there's that link for you. Becketville is such a cool setting. Okay, I know, like, it's won plenty of awards, and they're so well deserved. And like, it's such a cool, like, setting and cool premise to dive into. It's just like that corporate eldritch corporate. I don't know. It's so interesting to read, and just all the little twists and things that just kind of come up in various parts of her writing. Just it's so sick. All right. Last but not least, it's another article from our dear friend Mochi. And it's another ecology article. Because here's the thing that I love the most about Mochi's articles. Is if you go into a location like this, you're just going to have lists upon lists of species that exist in this place. Oh, and Shadow Legion, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome on in. Hi, how goes it? And yeah, so you have all these creatures just, on a list. And I really like this one, the salty kiwi. Sounds really good. I like that. And so I expect to have articles for all of these. Every single one. Got the mammalian life, the reptilian life. I'm so good at words. And the fish life and the plant life. And just it tells you everything you need to know. And the mushroom life even. Tells you everything you need to know about this place, the things that you find here. What's it all about? It gives you colors. Common colors for things. Which those are like my favorite little elements. There are like 200 species named in this article. I don't have the time. Well, listen. There's you're doing an article a day. You could do that in about a year. But of course you're probably going to come up with other species in that time. So I don't know, maybe it's not quite as doable. Theoretically. But here you go, everybody. Do enjoy. Here is the link to this. And that wraps up Wondrous Nature. My god, the competition for Wondrous Nature is, like, terrifying. Really wishing that maybe I did a little bit more development on my entry, but it's okay. It's okay, because now we're moving on to Strength and Honor. And here we go. Stop
Refresh
stuttering,
yourselves.
please. Oh my goodness. My smooth scrolls are just not being very smooth. Hello, Melissa. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the sippy. Ugh, keeping us hydrated. Alright, Strength and Honor. See, okay, strength and honor is kind of like a difficult one for me because I know like this one's typically very heavily based in like conflicts and military and everything like that. And those topics don't tend to like tickle me, stir me, in a sense. Um, so sometimes it's really hard for me to get into conflict articles, especially writing them, especially making them myself. I don't really do them very much. Pretty much the only conflicts that exist, like the the articles and everything, exist because of summer camp. Because I just wanted to complete things. Like you'll notice my favorite things are like geography, magic, and gods. Like those are my favorite things. And like, like not even species. Like you would think that species are like my thing, but like no, I like writing about where they come from and not so much about them. But I'm heartbroken. I'm sorry, Mochi. You can make enough species for the both of us. It's like, see, I make their homes and you make them. How's that? Yeah, conflicts can cause a lot of story options and ideas. Oh, I do not disagree with you. Like I absolutely don't disagree with you. I just can't get myself into like the right mindset to write them out and develop them in a way that's like satisfactory to me, if that makes sense. We made one decent conflict article since joining World Anvil. Oh goodness. Yeah, oh man, I don't know. It's like I feel like most of the conflicts that I've made, I've kind of just like they're all like really local conflicts, right? Like I I haven't really done anything on a major like global scale. Hi Captain Kraken, how are you? Welcome, welcome in. Like every all my conflicts that I've written about, everything that I've made articles for is like really like it's a local conflict, like a domestic conflict or like a something within a region. Like things like that. There I haven't had any like world wars in Malcora that I'm aware of. There could be something at some point. Um but yeah, like God Wars, right? Like I have those. Or like I haven't written them, but I have them. You know what I mean? Like they're in here. Like conflicts with gods, conflicts between gods and people, like that kind of stuff. Like I could get behind that. Like I can start writing those at some point once I figure out a little bit more of my lore. But like me trying to imagine like putting like a World War II equivalent, like like on that kind of like theming and level. Like I don't know if I would be able to do that. At least like do it and like enjoy it. Like I think I could pull it off, but there are other things that I want to do instead. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into this short list. There are a lot of great articles in here. And so we have the Palisade Battalions, an article from Baron, another Ethnos hitter. Heck yeah. Yeah, I don't even know where to start with conflicts. It's you know? Yeah, since I have two parallel worlds, I have to have two big conflicts going on, yeah. And so that's just double the fun for you. The last conflict I wrote was about 3,000 words long. You know, the 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 conflict that I did write about for summer camp, I think 2 years ago, did end up being around 1,000 words for me. And like it was so weird, right? Because getting to 300 words for the prompt sucked the life out of me. But once I got there, I just like, oops, I'm at 900. How does that happen? Like it's so silly how that just goes. But here we go. We have Palisade Battalions. Another a really really sick article. I know. I think this is one of the ones that Baron said. Like Baron himself said, like super proud of, super excited about, and like I see why. It's a really sick article. So it goes into all these details and these like again the clean sections. Everything's like so contained. You can stop and look at all of these different sections. We get this sick parallax reveal. seeing all of that. We got some flash fiction. It just shows you, like, the difference between, like, how's it like if you're here? How's it like if you're there? So cool. So sick. And here's Serving a Colony, flash fiction. And so there's so much to, like, get into in here and read, and just understanding the lore behind, like, these stations, right? Military formation. Military formation is another, like, it's another one of those categories that I suck at writing. It's like military just doesn't entice me, you know? Like that's the main reason why conflicts between, like, people is so difficult for me to write. Like, I just don't get hype about, like, militaristic things. People fighting people, like, it's just, like, I know it's a thing. I know it drives a lot of story. It can be very compelling as a storytelling element. But while world building, it just I can't get into it, you know? It's in the corner. Listen, some people do it really amazingly. Some people are just all about it. And I see you and I envy you and your ability to just kind of jump in and do this. I have a grand total of 3 military formation articles, longest one being 333 words for summer camp all the way back in 2021. Yep, that's how it goes. That's how it goes for me. That's all the military formations that I've made. Summer camp prompts. But yeah, it's really cool to see how other people do it. I don't think it's for me. Same thing with vehicles, by the way. Vehicles, my enemy. That is the prompt that I don't like. It's so challenging. But for the vehicle prompts, I have to choose like a specific vehicle so that I spend a lot less time writing about what the vehicle is and how it works, and more about, like, what is the history, what is its use case, like who owns this thing. Like, I basically make a vehicle article and it has nothing to do with the actual vehicle. Um so let's go into our wait, hold on. Where am I? Did I go here? Okay, no. Here we are. Here's our next one. I'll give you the link ahead of time, actually. So there we go. Just in case I forget. But alright. Nimin has been putting out absolute bangers for the past while, and I think we need to start talking about it. Like, not just in the writing, but also in the artwork and everything around it. Like, every time I see one of these artworks getting posted to the Discord, like, a piece of my soul leaves my body, does a little somersault, and then comes back. You know what I mean? Like, so good. Like, can I click on this? Like, look at this. Like, this, it's so good. And, like, I remember when this was being made, right? And, like, there was so much discussion about, like, the outfits and everything, and, like so much attention to details being put into these illustrations, and I just think it's so dope. It's so sick. Wait, hold on, actually I have to see. Oh, that's a custom frame for the image. That's so cool. Yeah, this is like another just a really dope article with a lot of really excellent illustration, like this one that's coming up on screen right now. This style of, like, the toned paper, so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's like the kind of art that I want to start putting into my world, you know what I mean? Like, I need more really nice, like, sketches and drawings and everything. And I used to really love drawing, like, physically drawing on toned paper. And so seeing that like aesthetic shown in someone else's world with their drawings, like I want to get back into it. I want to get back into it so badly. I think it's actually kind of appalling that this is on my short list and I didn't give it a like because I just like forgot to. But to be fair, I was doing all of this at like very late because I don't know how to control myself. All right, so I already sent the link to this, and now we have Vertinol. Again, I will send the article ahead of the scroll because I realize, you know, some of you might want to go ahead. Some of you might want to read ahead of me. You know, I'm not really doing a whole lot of reading at the moment. Just showing off my cool friends. Yeah, the great map of Vertinol. I think the thing that really gripped me from the very beginning of my read of this article is just this quote that's just this is the ugliest fucking map I've ever laid my eyes on. I love it. I love it. but it's the fact that that quote follows the line, most citizens have seen, heard, and likely own a copy of this map, and it is favored by most for its incredible detail, accuracy, and beauty. And here's a quote calling it the ugliest thing they've ever seen in their life. I love that. And just all the notes of like, boy, this map sucks. It's like, yeah, most people don't know that. Most people don't know the difference between something that's good and kind of crusty. But yeah. It's just the absolute, like, the delight and whimsy that this article brought me. It's so good. And like the whole tale behind everything that's going on in here. So good. So there's so much about this entire world that just has me, I don't know, like I'm out here like standing staring at my notifications like, more? More please? Actually, that's a really good question. I follow this world, right? I do. Okay, good. I was gonna feel very silly if I wasn't. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Let's jump into our next absolute banger of an article. Scorching of Mercury by Nee. I have to say, every time I look at one of Nee's articles, I'm just it's that really clean CSS, you know what I mean? Like everything about her world. Like that's all I can describe it as. Like it's just clean. And so super simple, not a whole lot of distraction. It's just like you're in this room with you, the text, your containers, some beautiful images. I love like these beautiful like graphics, you know, you hover over them, they change color, like so good. Yeah, clean, pretty, and well written. That's the dream. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty sick. We'll do a scroll up too. No, just like this header image is just so, oh, it's so evocative, you know? Yeah, who else have we got here? I've stolen an idea or two from Solaris Layout and CSS. I think we all steal from each other. I think that's just kind of how it goes. We all steal ideas from each other, but as long as we're not stealing the actual stuff from each other, it's fine. But here is another really sick article from Stormbrill. Yeah, we get inspired by each other. True. No stealing. None whatsoever. Here's the link to this article right here. I think this article is so sick because it brings out this like, like we call, all of these things that we have are articles, right? Like this is a real proper like news article. Like you took this out of a newspaper. And I think that's just like the coolest way to like lay out an article to deliver us information. And, it's like I'm such a sucker for like the in-world perspective. You know what I mean? So when I see things that are delivered like, broadcasts and news, it's just so it's so cool. And that's why I'm such a, I'm such a big fan of my own content, like of my map that I made. Like this is, like you're getting all this information from someone that you're like looking at in the real world. Someone's telling you all this stuff. So it's not so it's not 100% like complete, like you're not all knowing. You're just getting like bits and pieces and like what the people know, right? And I think that's so cool. And finally, on our list, we have Sunny Bird Boy's Arcanist article. So let's dive on in here. Here's the link. And this goes into like the arcanists of this world, what they do, their function, like what it means. Yeah. It's like devotion to your studies and like what it means to have that be more powerful than your devotion to your gods. Like that is such a cool concept. So yeah, we go into like council members and like tenets and everything else. It's so fascinating to read about, again, like organizations, professions. These things are so cool to me. And I think it's something that Sunny Bird Boy does really well in all of their work that like I don't know, like the words, they're not coming to me. That human element to like that connection to belief and everything, the way these things work together with your everyday life and activities, the way they affect the world, the way just everything revolves around these connections between, your human heart and all of these things that are kind of greater around you. Pulling it all together and just telling me how people live their life in this world, I think that's like their biggest strength. So that's a cool faction that I really like. I hope you also like. So yeah, that finishes off that category, and you can see peeking in from underneath is the next one, Pillars of Progress. Scroll down a little bit more, please. There we go. Another 6 beautiful, beautiful articles. Beautiful articles, really cool. Just move my hair real quick. Let's get ourselves started with Katoipoi. Chagroth's Tower. There's the link. Go follow along. Yeah, like, we start off with this, with the tarot card that Katoipoi made, which is really nuts. Like, Katoipoi made a whole tarot deck about his world. I'm trying to remember what it was for. I don't remember, like, what the event was. But there was a challenge or a competition of some kind. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I think, was it Owen who ran, like, a crafting challenge? I think so. And so this is an unofficial challenge. And Katoipoi just came out and made an entire tarot deck based on his world. And that is so dope. And so this is a fantastic article in the world. It just tells us like all this information about like this tower, about this army that occupies like so sick. And that is the end of this article. It's just like this artwork is just so I have to stop and admire, this artwork that was made for this world. Isn't that so dope? What an awesome commission. Like, everyone remember this artist's name. Jillian G. Galang. So cool. Absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. That's why Katoy Poi's world is just like one of those, they're so pretty. They're so pretty, they're so good because there's just like so much amazing artwork. And like it makes me want to go out and commission some artwork for my world. Like I wish I had the time, but I don't. I don't have the time to just like sit down and fully illustrate my world, and I wish I did, but I have money. No time, yes money. So at some point I just have to be like, what am I gonna do, right? What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? And what artwork am I going to achieve? But yeah. So that was our first one on the list, and next we have... Actually, we named our friend already. Owen right here. With Manomancy. So there we go. This we were talking about this article on stream yesterday actually. And like I mentioned like, hey, I know that because I saw it linked in a different article that we were looking at. Actually for the Crafting Creatures challenge. I saw this one linked in that article. I'm like, oh, I know that article. I love that article. And lo and behold, I said that because it is actually on my shortlist for this category. Like like if you like magic systems that are really interesting, I definitely recommend going and looking into this article. Like go give it a read. This section is about like 5e integration, like that kind of stuff. So that's not so much on the world building side. That's just, if you want to use this in your game, here you go. But it is all in progress, of course. And so it goes into the ancient history, just ancient origins, divine blessings. It's so cool. So we're doing our absolute best to kind of move through these. But yeah, Manomancy. Fantastic, beautiful article. It says we need to do some cleanup, but I think it's still pretty good. I think it's still a pretty sick article. And here we shall see another article from Jontaro. So again, with the art, it's vibrant, it's colorful, it makes me happy. It's really sick. And like our art styles are quite different. But I feel like I'm definitely going to take a lot of inspiration from this world when I'm illustrating Ion Sovos. Because I don't know, it's just like it's colorful, it's bright, it's like it's cheery, but it also has the potential to be like really serious. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see where that inspiration takes us. But again, this is another one of those really long articles going into, a people, the elves species. All about cultures, bonds, flaws, just everything. Talking about their origin, where they came from, like where they came from, where they're going, how they're advancing, like the progress that they're making, like that's kind of the whole point of the category that it was submitted to. I don't know, I really like the eyes that are coming up on screen right now. Because I know that as a young artist, one of my favorite things to draw, period, was eyes, right? And so I would have entire pages of them. And so part of me is like, I kind of want to get back into that. Let's start making eyes again. Start just drawing eyes, different colors, different shapes. I think that'd be pretty sick. I saw the eyes phase, yeah. We all do. We all have to have an eyes phase. Because especially because it wasn't just an eyes phase, it was also like a manga phase, right? Like I was trying to be a manga artist. Yeah, the hand phase. Oh my god, yeah. My first year of college, I drew so many hands. So many. Ugh. And yeah, and there's a lot of information here, so much artwork. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Let us move on. How about this article from ECC Books? I thought this one was hysterical. I think one of Chris's like biggest strengths, right? Is just like weaving humor and the absurd into like actual real serious world building topics. And so here's the armor of apathy. Yeah, Chris's work is so fun to read. It's so awesome. And so you're dressing as like a grunge punk, and this is your like it makes you so apathetic. Like you don't give a fuck anymore. You're just wearing all this stuff. Oversized flannel, the ripped jeans, the combat boots. I just love this article. I just think it was really great. Like it really stood out to me just in in like the context and the content. It's so good. And so this is just it's a great read. So I definitely recommend you go check it out. Yeah, people who wear it, Gen X, them kids. And the whatever warriors. So good. So fun. Yeah, so I often find myself saying, "Man, I really need to read more of this stuff. Just everything from this like literary universe. I need to dive in more often. I need to dive in more often, see more of this work. And this is also my way of pushing more of this work to you guys so you can also see it. Cuz I don't know, just in case you just haven't seen a whole lot of it. I've had the pleasure of meeting him like twice. I think we showed up like 2 years in a row to the summer camp picnic over in New York City. And it's just really great. He's an absolute delight. Absolute delight to hang out with. He also streams. Let me see I sure hope that this is your username. Yeah, I think that's the right one. Hold on. Let me click on that link to make sure. Yeah, give a little shout out there. Absolutely, go follow. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that was the right one. Good. Go follow. Go hang out with Chris. Really cool. I think what he tends to do is a lot of like lunch break streams. Just have a little lunch break. Come stream. Come talk about writing. Come do some writing. It's a lot of good time. And yes, I shared the link. Good. 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 And next on our list for pillars of progress, coins. It's another one from Melior. I'm such a Melior fanboy. Like I just it has to come out. I have to say it. I'm a fanboy. It is what it is. I can't help it. Cause much like Ethnos that we were talking about before, Ethnos is one of the first worlds that I followed on World Anvil. Like it was huge from the very beginning. It was the first one of the first ones I saw. I thought it was like really dope, really cool. I love what they were doing. The same exact thing goes for Melior. Like that was another one of those powerhouses that I saw when I was like, really getting into things. And so, I have an attachment to these like early worlds. And so I need to dive in more. I need to dive in. Because now that I'm getting like more involved with my world building and with the community, I'm realizing that like, for the many years that I was like inactive in the community, like I didn't do a whole lot of reading, but I did do a whole lot of like looking and seeing like, wow, these worlds are really cool. They really inspire me. So now that I'm here, I just need to take more of the time to actually read them and get to know these worlds on like a more like on a deeper level because I didn't take the time to do that before, but now I'm going to. And so we got coins, currency. I love it. Huge fan of making coins. Coins were actually a huge part of my senior thesis in college, and so I did a lot of like drawings of coins. So seeing them popping up in other people's worlds and other articles. Oh, I thought this article was flipping me off for a second. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's really sick. Cuz currency is another one of those like really complicated subjects like in real life in world building. And like money period is like a huge, pillar of progress, right? Like so much is built and born off of someone's dollar, you know what I mean? Like whether you call it a dollar or not, like your currency talks so much across a lot of different cultures. It's nuts. So far I've avoided currencies in my world, so much depth and so much complexity. Yeah, like there's so much. Like you can write about your currencies for forever and not even be close to being like done with the concept, right? Here we go. Last one on our list for this one is another Han article. I can't resist. I can't resist. It's so hard not to put these articles on a short list because then I feel like I'm doing a disservice, you know? Yes, the Qualic Scriptorium. I thought this was really sick. Like a library that records experiences, sensations. You can just come back to and like, you know, really experience something and not just read about it. Not just assume that you know what something feels like because you're reading the words on the page. No, you're in there. You are in there. You are really like experiencing this thing the way that that experience was recorded. That's really sick. That's really sick. That's really cool. Yeah, and like this like again, of course Han with the quotes like I just like defending this place, like, to say there are many sensations would be an understatement of immense magnitude. If the scriptorium were to be attacked, I suppose they'd just make someone experience all of those at once. Like, yeah, if you were subjected to like the weight of a million mortal experiences, I don't think you'd be doing much after that. Just saying, I don't think there's any coming back for that. I don't think you're fighting anyone after that. Like I feel like that's just a good way to incapacitate someone for a little while. Yeah, yeah, break them, put them in therapy. Like we'll put you in therapy, but you're not going back out on the battlefield, no sir. So yeah, the implications of that are absolutely insane. Don't mind me just putting on my chapstick. Alright, that wraps up Pillars of Progress. But wait, there's more. There's actually a lot more. My goodness, there's so much to read, so much to look at. Okay, stop stuttering, please. I don't know why my scrolling is just like, it sucks right now. Alright, myths and legends. I love myths and legends. It's such a cool category. It's so sick. And of course, not to say I'm biased or anything, but this is a lot of where people's pantheons and like deific mythos comes from or ends up, I should say, like in this category. And so I get to go crawl through all of your little gods and things. I'm not sure therapy might help. It might assist. Maybe. Potentially, theoretically, it could assist. Yeah, there's some sick articles in here. We're just gonna jump right on in with sins. Now, Jandis is not someone that I feel like I'm familiar with. Like I saw the name and all the articles popping up quite a lot, like throughout all of this, and here's the link for y'all. Um, like it's, you know, I saw a lot of these entries, a lot of these submissions. I'm like, huh, like this is really sick. Like I'm not familiar with this world or with this user. But the way this article is laid out, the way that this all was placed, and like this list here, the way that it, like I don't know if these are containers, I don't know if this is just like a carefully laid out something. It's just really, really cool. Right? Like I think that this article was put together in a really awesome way and describing like all the sins, and like this basically looks like a timeline sort of sins. Like that's really cool. That's really dope. And I didn't like it. Oh my god, there's so many articles in here that I just didn't like. And hold on, did I follow? This is the hard part about about all the judging. Is like I have to go look and see, like, did I follow this world? Do I follow this world? Like, is this why I haven't gotten notifications about you? Like I feel like I have that struggle with so many people. And like so many people have had that struggle with me. They keep like reaching out to me like, shit, dude, like I realized during this awards, like I didn't follow your world. I was like I was wondering why I never saw your content. Like that's oops. I guess we just didn't. I feel like it's so easy to just not be following people, even when you really love what they do. It's so silly. It's so funny how that happens. Like, you know, it's true even on social media. Ooh. Yeah, it's been a while since I got shrimped. And that was my entire body crunching as a result. But yeah, really cool, really sick. I'll be keeping my
Refresh
eyes on this
yourselves.
world for a little while. Oh, a sippy. Ugh. Ooh, bonk. Alright, I'll do another stretch. But remember, someone redeemed it, that means everyone has to stretch. Everyone get your little stretches in. Move your body around. I don't know, stretch your leggies or something. Oh, crunchy. And the sippies. Yes, I did get the sippies. Yeah, everyone has to get the sippies too. Move my body 1 inch. Okay, yeah, good. That's good. It's better than 0 myths. Wait. Better than 0 inches. I looked back onto my screen with the myths like, it's better than 0 myths, so which is true. We're diving into our next article. Rolling out, looking for... I don't know, I was gonna make a funny little... I was gonna make a little Guy Fieri reference, but I couldn't think of anything witty to say quick enough. But here we go, is another one from the Tethered Realms. More Sunny Bird Boy content. I will say, I think that my favorite thing about Sunny Bird Boy's writing is the myths, the legends, the deities, the pantheons, all the creation myths, all of everything. I think that is like god tier. Yeah, get it? It's gods. Haha. Anyway, so we look at the Iverian creation myth and just you learn more about like where things started, what everything means, who these gods are. Oh, just so much good writing coming from this world and coming from this universe. And you know what? Sunny Bird Boy also streams. Once I finish this scroll, there we go. So that's the end of it. We'll do a little shout out. Da, da, da. Go hang out with Sunny Bird Boy. Highly recommend. Excellent energy. Absolutely wonderful. A lot of tarot readings, a lot of coding, a lot of writing. It's just a good vibe all around. And also, they've started doing YouTube content recently. So absolutely go check that out. It's like a huge inspiration for me to also get back into YouTube, which I want to do, which I really want to do. Um, and they just make a lot of. I'm not gonna say a lot of. They're making videos about their world and their setting, introducing people to it, like what's going on in there. Really awesome, really sick. And so I want to do that with Malcora as soon as possible. Wait, hold on. I'm going completely out of order. Oh my god. And here's one that I think is really sick. One of these really cool articles. This was someone who's on the newcomer list actually. And so you know if they stand out among all of the old heads, they gotta be something special, right? So here's this one. Pantheon of the New Gods. I again like the formatting is really nice. The icons are really dope. I'm just like, yeah, tell us about this pantheon. Tell us about who they are, what they're doing, where they came from, who worships them, what's going on, who they are, their titles. Oh, the Ink Veil, that's such a sick name. But anyway, like it's like there are just some sick, sick names and sick gods in here. Yeah, again, like I am just such a huge fan, like absolutely a huge fan of people's gods and that particular lore. So when I see things like this greater and lesser deities, and like this was for Spooktober. Like this was made for Spooktober, and like there's so much stuff in here, so many icons, so much everything. Did I like this article? I didn't. Oh my goodness. I guess I just really rushed my lists together. Yeah, okay, I sent that link. Fantastic. Oh, and this article. I'm excited about this article. Look at this. And so we have this little picture book such situation going on for Amelie. Ah, so cool. Yeah, Amelie. And so we just have a picture book about the tale of the Elder Charters. And so here we go. We start off with this little book right here. Beautiful, beautiful. And it goes into the whole story. And yeah, look at it. It's just hungry. It's just hungry. It's fine. Just nobody was safe. Everyone on Earth was terrified. Oh my goodness. And just yeah, look at there's like one person being dragged off and everyone's standing like, ah. I love it. Yeah, people built temples for them to make them stop, but the the horrors ate them too. They're just so hungry. Please save us. They're just hatching gods. So I love this. Yeah, just start eating those too. Like, yeah, don't do that. It's a propaganda article. Mm. And yeah, I like the format of this is just really fun. I want to see more picture books on World Anvil. Like give me more picture books. Give me more illustrated retellings of history. They don't have to be accurate. They just have to be there. And yeah. So beautiful, beautiful. I'm very tired and never fell asleep. Yeah, so it's just a cute little story, um, justifying human sacrifice. Very normal things, very normal things. Like, you have to do it to put the beast to sleep. Did I did share the link. Okay, good. Good, good, good. And speaking of picture books, how are we to mention picture books without the next on our short list? Days of Creation. And so we have this lovely article. It's short, unassuming, but scroll back up to the top. We have a book. This is another illustrated telling of history. Just so good. Just tell this whole story. And you just learn so much about these gods. Is this all done in CSS? Yes. This is all just CSS trickery. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, yeah, Stormbrill's a wizard. Has to involve some blood magic and sacrifices. I think so. I absolutely think so. But yeah, so that's another excellent example. I'll give that link too, because I didn't I didn't do that ahead of time like I was for the other ones. And our final myths and legends. Here's another article from Owen. Because again, with like going into magic systems, magic, like the origins of magic, I remember when this article, like, was first made, when it first came out, and I remember reading it. I think it was part of like a challenge or something that I was reading for. Or was this a summer camp article? Hold on, sorry, we're doing a super quick scroll. Yes. So I read this as part of Feral Fridays. That's what it was. And so we went into these different forms of weird and magic. It's like this like duality of forms of magic that like are more controllable than others. It's just so sick. It's so cool. And the things that come from these different forms of magic, like lycanthropy, augury, summoning, vampirism, undeath. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people's like best work comes from summer camp and World Ember, because everyone's working together at that time. Like everyone's working together, everyone's like influencing each other, encouraging each other. Like amazing things happen, and people people try to go all out, they want to be recognized, they want to win some categories, they want to do all this stuff. And so some people like really like step up, right, for these events. And like I think basically everything that I submitted this year was from World Ember. I'd have to double check. Hold on. I didn't share the link because I bamboozled myself once again. Oh yeah, there were so many bards. There were so many from the Bard Challenge in here. But yeah, Team Spirit is huge during World Ember and Summer Camp. Let me see. World Ember article, World Ember article, World Ember article, World Ember article, Summer Camp article, Summer Camp article, World Ember article. Yeah, every single one of my articles is from one of the big events, one of the big two. Bard is the last real challenge. I think the last big challenge we had was On the Shoulders of Giants, I think. Because that one was no, Treasured Companions. Treasured Companions, I think, is the most recent. That was the bigger challenge from September of last year. And I think On the Shoulders of Giants was from the year prior. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but yeah, no, I think it is. I think it is. Those are the two big like September challenges back to back. so where are we? We just did Myth and Legends. And so that means we're heading into the big categories now. Starting off with best world building article. Oh man. And it's stuttering, of course, because it doesn't want to make the transition smooth. All right. Picking my shortlist for this category was like pulling teeth slowly piece by piece. And yeah, man. There are still articles on the cut list that I'm like, man, this could have made the short list easily. But then I'm like, but who would I swap out? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think the real competition type challenges are really awesome and I wish we had more of them. But I'm also like at this stage of my life where like I don't have a lot of time for like participating in real competitions, so having tiny little baby competitions to participate in the meantime is pretty fun. See one of mine among those other amazing articles? Heck yes, because you are among the amazing. Yeah, I would love more competition challenges. I kind of don't like the one word prompt challenges. They're not my favorite. I don't enjoy doing them too terribly much unless I'm like really in a like mass creation kind of mood. Otherwise it just kind of stretches me a little too thin, I think. But yeah, I think one word prompts, cuz I don't know, like I think hmm, it really depends on the framing around the one word prompts. Like if you have an event that's like super heavily themed in a certain way, and then you have one word prompts on top of that to like guide individual creations, I think that's fine. That's usually cool. But if you just hand me a list of things and be like, hey, make some stuff around these one word prompts, I'm like, I don't think I can do that. I don't have enough information. I don't have enough I don't have enough backing this. Yeah, the prompt list sheet that we have is really cool though. Like I like having like lists of prompts and big sheets of them as like options, but I don't like them being like the challenge, if that makes sense. Backingness, yeah. I'm you could call me a wordsmith. I'm an expert in speaking. Let's dive into some really cool articles that I thought suited the running for best article. And we're starting off with Mochi's Cheam System. Because while I may have some personal bias, because this is a wonderful article made by a wonderful friend about their wonderful friends that includes me in that list. It's also just a really fucking sick article that goes into all of the planets on an entire solar system, describing them, giving us their stats, including little illustrations for each one, little quotes for all of them. Like this tells you like a lot of information about like one like a major system of this world and really introduces you to that facet of the Yonderverse. And I think that is so sick. That is so dope. And so you're going to see a lot of really great names on the screen. You know, worlds based on Stormworld, TJ, Naylin, Adamwall, and it's just there's so many great people. So many great people in here. And somehow I'm one of them. And you will see entering the screen right now. That's my planet. Second longest article. It's really good. It's a really sick one. And so yeah, just watching this universe, this Cheam system expanding with time. It's so cool. It's so good. And just like the sheer volume. There's so many planets, there's so much going on. It's so good. Yeah, the article just keeps on growing. It keeps on getting better and better. Bigger, better, more descriptive, really awesome. And so that is why it sits upon my short list. Did I share the link? Yes, I did. Wonderful. And we cannot have a best world building article list without including the World Anvil article of the year. The winner of the World Ember Best Article Award. And that's Sant. He sees you. Just this article brought so much collective joy and cheer to a community in the midst of winter. With with such excellent hits such as Age Unknown, Eyes Bottomless, Height, Shin Biting Level. It's like this guy will materialize in your home to throw a brick through your window both ways to make sure that you're sleeping. Sant, for all purposes, is clearly self-employed, or at the very least a freelancer. Because there's no way in all that is holy that anyone is actually paying this lunatic. Oh, goodness. There's so much in here. There's so much in here. There's delight for everyone. And if you ever need some holiday spirit, he's here. Just look at him. Look at this guy. And I want to know, this is unrelated to the article in question. Well, I mean, it's related, but it's not part of it. There we go. Sant Sleep Spell. This is a spell that he casts. And my favorite thing, just material components, brick. You guys can put together how a sleep spell requires a brick. Absolute classic, absolute riot. I love that spell. Yeah, isn't it so good? I just love it. It's so good. All right, greater deities. And I'm so glad that we have our victim right here. Yes, this is another one of those articles that I saw coming to life and just like, oh, this is so good. And so this just goes into this entire collection of gods in such like a really cool layout too. So you have all of these little snippets about these gods. You have the art, you have the tenets, everything all put together. It's so cool. Just everything comes together. Oh no. Not the ads. Gosh, diddly darn it. It's alright, we'll start from the top in a minute. Start from the top in a minute. I'll do a second scroll through. I don't care. We'll give it again. The Lady of Crows. Ooh. Yeah, there's just so much cool stuff happening in here. So let's, oh my god, wait. Okay, I'm glad Satrium's not watching right now, actually, because we'll just do that. We'll just do that all sneaky like while they're gone, right? No one had to see that. We'll have a little sit and talk about how, how's everyone's day going? Absolute perfect Twitch timing. Oh my goodness. Hello, welcome back. We're gonna do another little scroll just while you're here, so you don't have to miss it. Yeah, this is absolutely one of those articles that inspired me the most in the past year. Like, this is such a cool article. The way that everything is laid out, all of the sections, all of the information, and then the option to read more about every single one of these gods that, just leaves it open like, hey, If you like what you see, here's more. And that's like, again, like this is my favorite like flavor of article, where you just have like a whole bunch of stuff all tucked in, but all the information, you know, just like come click along. I'll give you more information if that's what you seek. So there you go, amazing. Oh, my dog's been outside 5 times in the last 20 minutes. Now he's trapped in the house. Oh my goodness. My goodness. So happy every time I saw this article on a short list. It's so deserved. It's so deserved. It's such a good article. It's an amazing layout. All the information is so cool. All right. Moving on to another article on this list. Gauntlet by TJ as well. And this is a whole ass card game that TJ made. Absolutely beautiful article. Yeah, see articles like Gauntlet and Brain Stops Processing. Yeah. It's so wild. Like we have all these playing cards. Look at this little guy. My goodness, I love everything about this article. You know, it's not even like just the sections, like, you know, there's the artwork, there's mechanics, like this is a whole game. You know what I mean? And so I'm in awe of anybody who can just like sit down and decide, yeah, I'm gonna make an entire like system to sit inside of my world. And that includes people who are making like custom TTRPG like systems to play their world in. Like I could never. I mean, I won't say never, but I don't have like the brain power for it at this point in my life. But yeah, there's just so much is happening in here. Oh, when Hugin and I met TJ, Hugin and TJ physically played the game. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's exactly it, right? Like people are just out here making up systems and games and things, and then they actually go and play these games and systems. I'm like, that is so sick. That is so sick that people just do that. Yeah, like it seems really cool. And like I'm just gonna say it. If this game hits Kickstarter at some point in the future, I'm funding it. Like by myself. Like put up that couple $1,000 goal. I'm in there. Those are my entire finances are going into this game. It's like I want to see these cards and this artwork come to life. That'd be so awesome. So with the symbols and everything. The hardest part is remembering what icons meet with the poker cards icons, yeah. But yeah, if we had like custom decks of this, that'd be really awesome. That'd be really sick. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, make it a real physical game. We're gonna bully TJ until this ends up on Kickstarter. maybe we're not gonna bully anybody, but it'd be pretty fun. It'd be pretty cool. Everyone's just jumping at the opportunity to bully TJ. My goodness. We'll have to have a strategy meeting at some point in the future. Yeah, let's bother TJ. It's our favorite activity as friends, right? But here's another article that has also made the best list. So, oh my god. Han will not stop winning. What are friends but a way of getting bothered? Exactly. Friends are just Friends are put on this earth to bother you with your consent. You know what I mean? Like this is just a person that you've decided like, yeah, you're allowed to be weird with me. Like you're allowed to make things weird. You're allowed to you're allowed to annoy me. And that's great. It's similar like relationships are very similar. There's just like added layers to it. But like, you know, like you are the person or you are the people who can annoy the absolute shit out of me, but it's okay because I love you. But yes, Influence of the Shards. Absolutely wild article. Like not just in the quality of the article, but like the contents themselves. So sick to read. Sick in the good way and sick in the like, oh my god kind of way. But yeah, we're not bullying people. We're pushing them to do their best by being slightly annoying. Sorry, I interrupt your wonderful scrolling to expel gunk. But yeah. The concept of like the shards in Hanhula's world are just absolutely gut-wrenchingly cool. Like it's really, really sick. And like the corruptive element of them. It's like I love, I don't know, it's like a trope in fantasy where like there's like a corrupting element. But like I freaking love the corruption trope in fantasy settings. Like it doesn't get old to me. It does not get old. Especially if people are like good at writing it. Like that's just so delicious. Like I eat that shit up. It's it's so good. Yeah. So there's, I think that wraps up this particular. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. So I did 5 articles. I was like, that's a short list, right? Wrong. I have 6 articles. Bam. Another hitter from Stormbro. Dr. Annabelle Evanston. What's really like I love this article for that shiny new art. Look at this. She's beautiful. She's sick. I don't think I can compete with any other articles in your shortlist. Oh no. I mean, like, listen, the competition is ferocious. Like, absolutely wild, absolutely insane. But yeah. All the articles that Stormbrill makes are just like so, like he's really good at like kind of getting, like making a point, like making a statement. Everything that he writes is just like it hits. You know what I mean? Like there's not a whole lot of fluff, and even if it is like kind of fluff in nature, like it's all very important. Like the world building is all in there. And like, whew. I there's so much. There's so much to know, so much to read, so much to dig into. And you know, this article is no exception. I need to know more. I need to dive into the fucked up brain of this character and learn more about this world. Oh yeah, I cannot tell you the way that the brain weasels have been doing like somersaults in my brain. You know, that's where they live. Because like you're saying, Sage, like, yeah, every time I see my article on a shortlist, my brain switches between, yeah, my article is good, there's a chance. And and heck, the other articles are so insanely good. I have no chance. Yeah, like that back and forth has been my brain ever since I even hit that submit button. Like I just, yeah, it's like that. It's like the jump between like a manic and depressive phase, and like my fellow mentally ill fam can understand what I mean by that. Like I've been summoned by Mojo. Jontaro, hello. Oh my god. I'm so glad that you're here now after I said all of those like really amazing things about you, cuz now I don't have to feel quite as embarrassed. um Hello. Welcome. Thank you for being summoned. But yeah, like I was saying, like ever since I hit that submit button, it's just been like on-off switch, like delusions of grandeur and complete depression. Like it's barely any in between. Like I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I think I'll win this category, and then the immediate jump to, I don't think I can win any of these categories. Holy fuck. And so it's just like that jump in between, like, oh man, I wish I could just settle on like a middle ground and just stay there. I'll pass by the middle ground and be like, yeah, I think I'll get nominated for a couple things and it'd be really cool if I win. But like I very quickly go back to one of those extremes. My goodness. My goodness. But yeah, so that sums up best world building article. Let's move on to most beautiful world. Who are the beautiful worlds that I saw on this list that I want to show off today? Vertinal is number 1 on our list so far. I don't know why I phrased it like that. The short lists aren't in order. There's no number 1. I mean, there's a number 1 in there, and you're welcome to guess. But they're not in order. And there's no pattern. But Vertinal, this is just such a charming, like it has so much personality. And I think that is so important. I think that's so important in a world. Like, you know, you look at all of these articles and just the way that they look. The way they look, the way they're drawn, everything. Like, you know, we can revisit the Sand article. Like, look at him. Like, there's just something so wonderful about the way that this world is drawn. And like, it's very, like, you open this world, you know whose it is. You know what to expect. You know this art style. It's amazing. Amazing. Oh, hold on, I need to send those links. Yeah, Vertinal's so distinct, so delicious. Absolutely amazing. I love it. I love everything about it. And of course, like me seeing Ethnis in the run for Most Beautiful World makes me so happy that I won it last year and that I never have to compete against Ethnis ever again. In this category. Oh my god. Like, you know, you open Ethnis and like you're speechless, right? Like this place is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. There's so much happening in here. And like it's not even like just the images, but just the way that things are placed. All the categories, just all the containers, all the everything. Like it's just stunning. It's beautiful. And they've had such a long time to like perfect their craft. And you know, I say perfect in like in the broad sense. Like they just know how to do so much with the platform that they have. And I think I don't think this loaded all the way. But you know, like you look at Ethnis on your own time and you can understand 100% immediately why this is like one of the titans of World Anvil. Like, oh my god. Like again, I'm happy that I don't have to fight them for the trophy. Yeah, the vibes here, ooh, yes, amazing. I don't know if you're talking about Ethnis or me, or both. But oh my god, I agree. Dex, who are we fighting for Strix? No, nobody. Nobody. We're not fighting anybody. We are hyper specifically not fighting anyone. Because this category, I won this category last year, I cannot compete again. But Ethnis is on the roster this time, and I don't think I would compete with that. My goodness. But here we go. Rin's World. Wow, that's a lot of stars. Absolutely gorgeous. And you know, I know this is like kind of the point, but like one of the most beautiful worlds I've ever seen. Just the CSS, the styling, just the imagery. So nice. So nice. Let me see if I can find the particular article that I want to see or want to go look at. I don't know if I'll be able to. No, let's just go to yeah, start with welcome. Yeah, just like look at the way that everything in here is laid out. Like this is one of those worlds that like it in my experience of reading through this world, like this world does not rely very heavily on images on like a large scale. Like, you know, you see a lot of like graphics, a lot of design work, um, but there's not a whole lot of like large illustrations, like photos, like nothing like that crazy. So it really is just all about using containers and text to express your world in like the best and most beautiful way. And like I know I'm like singing high praise for this one in every single one, but like my goodness. My goodness. But again, that's why they're on the short list, because I love them so much. Oh, okay, close Moobot. We don't need that open. And you know, we were just talking the other day about how I really love like the color palette and everything about Owen's world. So here we go. Non-Verox. Really cool. Really sick. Ah, stop. I'm just hovering over things and it's just being rude to me. And I don't know, it's clean, you know? I'm just trying to find one of the articles that I'm like more familiar with the appearance of. I don't know, it's just like that dark theme, like kind of the gray and the purple. Just it makes it makes my brain happy to read it and look at it. And so yeah, Owen does great work, really great. And everyone should tell him that because he doesn't believe it, and that is a crime. You know, here is another world that I think just has such a cool, clean aesthetic. The Many Dreams of Khayyam by Timepool. And I just have to say, like, Timepool's worlds were one of my, like, you know, how we were talking about how Ethnis and Melior were, like, my early inspirations from when I started using World Anvil. Timepool's worlds, also, my huge inspirations from, like, the earliest days. The CSS, just, so good. Like she does like these really really sick things. Yeah, Ket is like the world that I first saw when I first started out. I'm like, wow. Wait, hold on. No, I think I saw like this is an article that we are familiar with, I think. It's just like it's so clean. Like it's again, like this is kind of like how culinary punk, like I just want to like bite into this world. And like, you know, it's funny that I say that on the Edible City article, but like crunch. I want to bite into it. It's just so smooth, so clean, so nice. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And yes, good, I did. And likewise, on the list of worlds that I want to put into my mouth and eat, TJ's Joy. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. The little tickets. Oh my goodness. And you know, we looked at this article earlier because it was another one from my shortlist for Hearts and Minds. Like the art style is so cute. TJ's coming back to his pixel art roots, and I love to see it. It's so pleasant to be here. It's so nice, and I remember when this drawing right here was like in its infancy, in its like infant state. I know, like it is absolutely one of my favorites too. Like I cannot express how in love with this world I am, and like like I'm very tickled also by the fact that TJ and I both were planning like really like bright settings at the same time. We have different like objectives and different foci. we have our focus for our worlds are like different, but like the vibe and the theme are very similar. And so I'm like, I don't know. It feels really fun that we're like two contemporaries working on similar projects together after he was like this person in the community that I like looked up to, like, oh my god, I'll never be like him. And suddenly I'm feeling an awful lot like him. And I'm like, oh my god, how did I get here? But yeah, most beautiful world. That is our short list. Now let's hang on. Wait, what? Oh my god. Now let's move on to our next one, and that is Best World. Who is on here? Ooh. All right. We have quite the list of wonderful people. Some that we're not surprised by. Some, I don't know. Some new ones that I don't know. It's really hard to pick who I wanted to vote for best because there's so much. But World of Wizards Peak by Kitoi Poi, absolutely hands down one of my favorite worlds on the entire platform. So cool, so inspired, so much amazing artwork just like flowing around all over the place. And I know, best artwork doesn't define best world, but like it's just, it adds to the experience, right? And Kitoi Poi is just an absolute powerhouse of making really, really cool and really interesting lore for his world. And the cultural inspiration just adds like this extra element to it that like it has an identity all throughout all of the articles that I read. And so, whenever I read an article from Kitoi Poi, I'm like, yep, that's our guy, that's him. Like that's Kitoi Poi, that he's doing really cool shit. And also knowing that his players have so much influence on how the world works and like, the developments that come to be. Really awesome, really sick. And if Kitoi Poi was in the running for Most Beautiful World, I would absolutely include this article in here. In fact, I'm going to link this article because I think it's just dope. And so, like we were saying earlier, he straight up just made a tarot deck for an unofficial challenge. What was it, like last year? I don't even remember anymore. Time's not real. It was last year or the year before, I don't remember. But look at this, like with all that imagery. So cool. And this tower one for the Chagroth's Tower article that was on our shortlist earlier. So cool. Anyway, I'm also a Wizards Peak fanboy, so enjoy. And Melior. Of course, we can't sing so many of TJ's praises without also including Melior on the best world shortlist. Scared to be competing against this world. Moji, you're also so cool, but it's not your turn yet, so I'm gonna wait. I will have so many words about you. You just wait. But here we go. Oh my god, yeah, Kitoi Poi for competitions. Dude doesn't know how to like take it easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hitter after hitter after hitter. Just nonstop, like, yeah. Dude goes nuts. Dude goes wild. Every time I see a competition article from Kitoi Poi, I'm like, goddamn, how did you do this in like the span of 2 weeks? Because 2 weeks, we're only halfway through the competition. It's gonna get even better somehow. But Melior, my beloved. This is another one of those really, really awesome, really in-depth worlds. That just so cool. The climax of uncertainty and doubt. Like, this world is set up to be like so dramatic and so cool, but in every nook and cranny of this world, even with all like the darker themes, there is so much life in here. TJ tells you so much about like the people of this world and how they live and how they interact and the things that they love and the things that they do. There's so much. It's so good. And like just the way that magic works and like the whole premise of like, magic appearing and sending, like a pretty orderly world into like fall and rise and chaos and everything. Like order is just falling apart, and that is such a cool theme. Such a cool theme. Like magic just suddenly appears, and now everything's gone to shit. Oh no. What are we gonna do about it? I guess we'll find out. So yeah, one of my huge inspirations from the very beginning. Jump into another excellent world, Oniron. So again, like I've been saying to you guys, like I don't know, I kind of just like stumbled on this world one day. I think more specifically, I stumbled on like a manuscript that I just completely fell in love with, and I just got lost in like a rabbit hole of this world. So now I'm like, oh boy, yeah, it's you. Oh my goodness. Hello. Here's the link for everybody to come check it out. Like I will say, I'm completely enamored by the art style. I think everything about this is really cool. The mood and the vibe of the articles and of the storytelling also just has me hooked. And yeah, like this recent article, you saw me in your comments section. I know I've been snooping. My goodness, we're gonna snooze that ad. Do not start playing right now, please. Yeah, there's so much to look into and read and know about this world. And like your articles about like your races, like you submitted a bunch of them for the World Anvil Awards. Like I'm hoovering those up right now, and like it's the lore is deep, and I need to know more. Yeah, what will our story be? This magic and this untamed world and adventure is commonplace. Ooh. I just like it's so cool. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing this world like go far. I don't think enough people know about it. And that's a crime. That is an absolute crime. Finding the bottom summer camp shortlist. You talked about discovering me through the reading challenge. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's like the really sick part about the reading challenge, right? Um you just find things. You just find things that are really cool. Um and yeah, like I found you by like complete accident. I don't even know what I did. I think I just clicked on a random article because I was like, yeah, let's just look at some random stuff. And I just clicked on your article. I'm like, wait a minute, someone's cooking here. Like something's happening here. And so some really good things should be happening here. So yeah, I'm glad you popped in. I'm glad Mochi just like dragged you out here and summoned you. Discovered it because of the elves article. Oh, surprise! What? You and elves? Crazy. So we're jumping to the world of another one of you punks in this chat. And that's Mochi. Oh no, I'm running away. Nope, nope. I got you. I'm reeling you in. You're not going nowhere. Because let me tell you guys about the Yonderverse and how sick this world is, and how much like the real universe, it is ever expanding at a rate that I don't think I can really humanly process. There's always so much happening in the Yonderverse. Things are always happening. It's always huge. And yeah, it's just amazing. Like Mochi is like the absolute overlord of species, of making places and things happen, creating locations and just environments, and just cramming them full of as many species as possible, and just at a rate that is just remarkable. Mochi's enthusiasm about this, about writing, about making species, is just absolutely contagious. And like, yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. So you enter the Yonderverse. And I think this really sums it up in like the best way possible. This quote, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm most certainly enjoying it. And you know what? That second half, that you are really enjoying it, that shines through so much and makes your world so much more fun to read. Because I can tell that you're just here to have a good time. And you're bringing us along this expedition too. So that is why Yonderverse is on my list. We talked about this one quite a bit earlier because we were, we were looking at the articles. A couple of them were on my short list. I think one of them was get to Kato's crying corner. It's okay. We can all cry together. We can all cry together when I go look at other people's short lists and I'm like, oh my god, I'm on this thing. Oh my god. But yeah, this world right here, Chronicles of Evela, really freaking dope. Gives the space, gives a blanket. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you just guys go sit together in a little corner. Have some hot cocoa. I'll make some. I'll make some for you guys. But yeah, they're like, if we want to get on the topic of like worlds that are a rabbit hole, like there is so much in this world. There's so much going on. There's so much content. There's so much really cool stuff happening in here. And the world is just so full. Like, this is the article we looked at earlier. Like, there's so much information, so much lore, so much artwork. And it's just, like, you can tell that this is a world that someone has put so much thought into, so much care into developing and growing. Like, it's one of those worlds that, like, I aspire to have content at this level. Like, I think I can get there in the future. But goddamn, this is so sick that there's just so much information, so much imagery, and like this is just one ancestry. It's just one. And look, oh, Kato, I think you would love this. This is a category page. Here's another person that utilizes them. Just, oh, it's so cool. And I think this is another article that I was looking at. Another one that I think just narrowly missed my shortlist. Like just vaguely, just narrowly missed it. And like, look, like there's so much. It's beautiful. There's so much going on. Absolutely gorgeous. And look, they even have a section for horns. Isn't that cool? Like, again, like there's just so much to it. It's a world that's so full. And I love that. And so yeah, like there's so many people on this platform, like, obviously this is one of them. So many people on this platform making really awesome content and like filling their worlds full of information. And like it makes it so hard for me to look through the list and just like pick a favorite. Like, oh my god. Like I have a lot of favorites for a lot of different reasons, right? Like so many cool things. And this one's loading, hold on. And Wanted Hero. This world is also, I don't know, like I'm like enamored by this world, by like the breadth of characters and just interesting things that are going on like in every corner pretty much. And so, you load in here and this is like your first greetings, like all these characters. Yeah, the art style is so fun. So, you got your introduction. Oh, that opened in a new tab. That's interesting. Yeah, Jamie's art is so fun. Jamie has really great art. There's a lot of really great humor. I think that the vibe in this world is just so, it's fun. It's captivating. It's really cool. And I don't think there's been a single article from this world that I haven't looked at and been like, this was a really cool experience. I really liked being here. I liked reading this. I liked looking at everything. Yeah. So there's so much. There's so much. I'm like activating gremlin mode because there's so much in this community that I'm like, I'm going feral. It's not summer camp time yet. It's too early for me to like devolve into gremlin mode. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do before summer camp comes around, and oh my god. Summer camp prep is in 2 months, everybody. I hate to drop that on you. I hate to drop that realization on everybody, but it's in 2 months. Yeah, it's in 2 months. It's in 2 months. That is insane. What about goblin mode? Oh, you're so right. You're so right for that. But yeah. It's in less than 2 months because it's already the 6th. I was getting excited about summer camp in February or something stupid. Yeah, it's okay. I was getting excited about summer camp in August, so I get you. It's just like that. But all right, we have talked about some of these titans in the world building space. How about we talk about some newcomers? Because that is what is next on this list. And I can't like sing as many like intense praises for the newcomers as I can for like, you know, some of these more notable names, purely because I don't know them as well, right? But I really, yeah, like I really enjoyed looking through the newcomers list. Like it was so sick seeing like what some of the newer people on World Anvil are doing. Like not only like what are they doing, but like who among the newcomers are doing like really sick shit and who is like brave enough to come in and be like, "Yeah, I'll submit my stuff to the awards." Like that is a level of braverism that I simply cannot fathom. like I like how did you manage to do this? My first Worldbuilding Awards was last year. And I've been here for like 6 years. Like, hello? It's like, how are you here on year 1, right? First year, 1 year. You're already in here submitting your stuff for the awards, like, I'll be a brave boy. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. I can't do that. I didn't do that. 6 years, you're ancient. I know. Hold on. Let me, Oh, I'm being bonked. Hold on. But no, let me go to my profile and actually see the real number. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get a little stretch. Okay, I'm coming up on 6 years. That's what it is. I'm not quite at 6 years yet. I've been here for 5. So I have my little 5-year veteran badge. And we're coming up on 6. That's wild. That is so wild. Only been here for 3 years? Well, listen, that's still a pretty long time. But yeah, since 2018, I joined in like right after the very first summer camp. And I think that's how I found it. Because people were like making videos about World Anvil and like talking about like summer camp and how cool everything is over there. I'm like, what? What is this? What does this mean? Like, what is going on in here? So yeah, that's how it goes. It's almost 5 for me. Ooh, see, look at us. Look at all us old people. All right, looking at this newcomers list. There are some pretty sick, some pretty hype people, and also I don't know. It says we have an ad in progress, but it also said we had an ad in progress 2 minutes ago, and so I don't think that's real. I don't know what Twitch is doing. I was on that weird long spiel about how long I'd been on World Anvil because I saw that ads were running, but now it says that they're running again, and so I don't know what's going on. Because I don't want the newcomers to be not added or not seen because of ads, you know? Seems a little rude. But anyway, here we go. Let's just dive right in. Let's just dive right in, shall we? So for best newcomer on my list is Korrigath, one of the new ones. Also, someone who recently joined my chapter. And so it's really cool to see the newbies not only making really cool stuff and putting themselves out there for competitions, but also like joining chapters and getting involved with the community. It's really great. It's really cool to see. Because like I will always say that like, you know, World Anvil as a platform, all the software, I do love it and that's really cool, but that's not why I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I didn't stick around just because of like just because the software is really cool. It is. It's really awesome. It really helps me make my work. But it's not why I've stuck around. It's not why I'm just like out here talking to all of you guys, telling you how much I love you all. It's because of you guys. It's because of the community. It's because of how cool everyone is and how much inspiration I've gotten from like talking to people and hanging out with people. It's like, it's really awesome. And that's why I'm here. And yes, chapters. You're asking about chapters. chapters on World Anvil are something on the Discord side of the community, where there are little subgroups that you can either create or join. Like if you see an existing one that you think is really interesting to you, you can join a chapter. Or if you get 10 like-minded people together, you can create one. And so I'm the leader of 7 tomes currently. I was in there for about 2 years, I think, prior to taking over. Because, like chapters were kind of in a rut. Nobody was really active in chapters that I could tell. And I just kind of reached out and was like, hey, things are a little quiet around here. I was wondering, is our leader still hanging around? Would it be, can we just like check on that? And they were like, oh, we don't want this anymore, actually. Do you want to take over? I'm like, okay. Okay. I could do that. And so yeah, we are just a chapter of like-minded fantasy-loving folk. And so our goal is to, make fantastical worlds happen and work together to do that. So it's a lot of fun. Things have been a little quiet recently because I've just been like in dumpster fire dying off to the side, but that's okay. We're still friends. We're still having a good time. Yeah, you get a cookie if you join Kato's chapter. Yeah, it's something to explore for sure. Anyone who is interested in like the concept of chapters and wants to go check them out, the channel that you want to go look for is info chapters. There's like a whole section devoted to just chapters, so you can see info chapters, aspiring chapters. I think that's all you can see if you're not in a chapter. So yeah. I did? You turned into one. Oh, yeah, you become a cookie. But see, okay, it's Kato is speaking in Fae terms, like, yeah, you get a cookie if you join my chapter. But the cookie is you. You become a cookie, that just becomes your life. And that's just how it goes. But anyway, back to our shortlist, back to what we're actually talking about here. And that is these wonderful people. So again, because I don't know these faces well enough, or like as well as a lot of the other worlds, I'm not gonna have a lot of like direct examples to pull from. I'm not gonna have a lot of like really cool explanations to give you. I might be like reading off of their pages a little bit, but Korrigath has a really cool sounding world. I've seen a couple articles so far. It's really great. It's a nightcore fantasy. Ooh. And I'm a classic fantasy creature. I love me a good like story of knights and everything else. And yeah. So story, after nearly a millennium of rule under the oppressive thumb of the haughty elves, the enslaved races united under the grand ideal of freedom. And so this is a tale of how oppressed people kind of found their way, made a new life for themselves, and there's just a tension always eating up at this world. Like, there's a balance that was disturbed, and we're gonna see which way that balance tips, and that's pretty dope. So here's that link. Absolutely, like, go check out all the newbies. Like, these are people that you want to keep your eye on going forward. Because they're making cool stuff. Now see, Aransha, this is a world that I have been seeing, like, articles from just scattered around. And it's really cool. It's really cool. And I like the intro. This world is by Teardal. So this is like, I think that's a common chatting name that we see around here as well. Now sit down, my friend, and let me tell you of Aransha, a world where the sands shift and the stars sing, where the wind carries secrets and the twin moons keep silent vigil over it all. It is a world where ancient spirits and forgotten lore dance side by side, where the wise know the secrets of the stars and the sands, and skilled merchants travel from afar to trade in rare and exotic goods. There are stories of lost cities buried beneath dunes, of treasure hidden in ancient tombs, and of monsters that lurk in the shadows. And it's like, that already sounds so cool, just on its own. And one of my fellow Germans on World Anvil, yeah, there's a lot of like there's a lot of German speakers on World Anvil, and I think that's really cool. You guys have like a whole community. It's so fun. It's so cool. And it's like, it's really inspiring me to attempt to actually learn German for reals. I took some classes in German forever ago, but again, that was 2 classes forever ago, so I did not retain much of anything. This is really cool. If you like the desert vibes, like Tales of Lost Treasures in the Dunes, this is where you want to go. This is where you want to go. This is who you want to keep your eye on for more content. And Arc Sagas. This is another really interesting world that I had stumbled upon. I don't know, I think they just have something really cool going on. This world is by MythX. I don't know, I'm just the like the aesthetics of this world, really interesting, really cool, like really bright, really in your face. And so I simply need to learn more about it. But it's a modern TTRPG system. Oh yeah. You first start with die, der, das, dem, den, das, die, da, do, du, der, deck, duck, and then some more. Easy. I think I have it. I think I got it. Now we're falling into Dutch. You'll see there are some similarities in here. I like to think that I'm okay at identifying and pairing article rules. So I didn't do terribly in my classes, actually. I did quite well. I just, didn't go too deep into my studies. Yeah, it is built specifically for long format playstyles where the life of a player's character is experienced through multiple arcs and sagas. So yeah, it's really fun. So why not arc sagas? Reader beware, Legend and Legacy Project. Also, I like the little note here. Just like, Janet, how do I work this crazy thing? Oh, it's so fun. Oh, Petra, thank you for the follow. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome to the Owlworks. And so yeah, these epic sagas that you take your characters on, I think this concept is really cool, really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how the TTRPG system comes to life over time. So there you go. Go check that out. Go see what's going on. Go see what's popping in there. And now Teralt by Wolvenfire. Wolvenfire is someone that I have been seeing a lot of in the community. I have been seeing some really cool work from. And so I'm excited to see like where they go in the future. But Teralt, Even Gods May Die. What a dope title. Like it's short and sweet, straight to the point, like even the gods can die here. Like that makes me think that there's a lot of agency in here. And that is pretty sick. But yeah, click the image to begin the primer adventure. And this primer was also really cool. You're just like, you're greeted by this enigmatic man. Words are hard. And it just takes you through this adventure. Well, I don't know if I'd call it adventure, but this explanation of like where we are, what we're doing, what's happening in this world. There's a lot of doorways. So yeah, pick a doorway, see where you end up. And that is the beginning of your grand adventure. I did share the link, yes, good. And After Silence. After Silence is actually a world that had an article pop up in one of my shortlists. So you know that for a year, they're already doing quite well. They're doing quite well for themselves. And so After Silence, Age of Witches. Really dope. Really cool. I like they have a sick logo already. The Netherden, World of Fallen Divinity. Ooh. Netherden, once an eternal paradise, crafted by divine parents, now stands as a realm inhabited by a myriad of species and creatures, both young and ancient. Amidst wonders and terrors, the remnants of its divine origins clash in the corruption of the ever-present nether hells. Ooh. So this world focuses on the years after silence, honoring the arrival of new gods, mourning loss of paradise. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see where this goes. Hatwolf Hat Wolf, you're doing good. I like this. I like this world already. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna click on any random article and just see. Yeah, they have some cool lore. Just a whole lot already. Like they're just out here writing stuff. I think that's pretty dope. And now, last on the list of best newcomers, for me anyway, Mirios. I like the first thing I notice, you know, me, the artist, I see like this art style, really cool. Really cool. And it makes me wonder because I haven't really I don't know, I haven't really looked around for the art credits, but like who made this header? Like who like that might be like the only issue is like I think I struggled to find some of like the art credits. But it's really dope. Cause like I'm looking at this religion article, right? Like I wanna know who made your header image. Cause like it's a consistent art style, so I have to assume that it's, you know, someone on this team, right? And there's the link for you guys. Yeah, they're usually at the bottom and like it's not, so that's the only thing. Yeah. I'm just really curious, but like visually I think the world is really cool. I just want to see those art credits. That's what I want to see. But this is the world of Mirios, a place of men and magic. The spirits of the spirit world came together to create the world, but even they squabbled with each other, and the conflict spilled over into the mortal world. With demigods ruling countries, invasions from the spirit world, and petty everyday squabbles, the universe is full of stories. Throughout the ages, many heroes have risen to claim their place in history. In the modern day, the conflict in the universe is about to come to a head with the battle between the wounded god of darkness, Sanri, and the shattered god of light, Anetos. So hey, we love a good conflict between gods. We were talking about that earlier. So yeah, if that's the kind of thing that you're into, absolutely go check it out. In fact, I just dropped them a follow right now, so go do it too. And so really awesome. I really loved looking at the newcomers. There are a lot more still on the list that I still think deserve a really good fair shot. Go check them out, go see what they're working on. I know I will. But let's move on to the best timeline, shall we? Gosh, we're almost at the end. That's kind of wild. Now I will give a little spoiler. My best map only has 4 on here because I just kind of didn't want to put 6 maps onto this page. I'm sorry. But there were some really good strong contenders in there. So all right, best timeline. We're gonna start off real strong with the Yonderverse master timeline. Yeah, the maps are so big. There's no nice way to link it. Yeah, I mean we could do like buttons the way I did with the timelines. I wish there was a better way to show timelines without, I don't know. Like I just want to display timelines. That's all. I spot my timeline there too. Maybe. It's possible. But there we go. The Yonderverse master timeline. Like this is just such a cool timeline, and like the fact that this thing spans like billions of years. URL makes me cry. Yeah. One day. I'm sure one day we'll be able to. And I really love that this timeline just feels like I'm flying through space. You know, just reading all of these entries, seeing how things changed so much over billions of years of this universe's like growth and development. Yeah, it's just timeline squared. But yeah, it starts off so distant, so abstract. And then the further in you go, like the closer, you know, the closer the years go, the closer the ranges, the more like personal the timeline entries get. And that's so cool. And yeah, and so it starts venturing into like people and their associations and all this different species that are venturing into space for the first time. And now suddenly everything's happening within like hundreds of years of each other. Oh, but yes, it's so cool. And even still, Sliced bread, banned in the Milky Way. Like, just having little events like this. So good. Well, change of URL is like, yes, we can do that, but I don't think it's available for timelines, specifically. For timelines, we just aren't able to really do that. So it kinda sucks. But, you know, they might change in the future, who knows? And now here we are, the present day. I do like that, I do like that the timeline is written in, like, years ago, and not just, like, the year. Because I don't dislike the alternative, I just think it's really interesting that it's done that way, because, like, it just, I don't know, it just makes sense. It just makes sense for this setting. And so, very good. I like that. I like that timeline quite a bit. But yeah, you can change the article URL and you can change your world URL. Those are your options. But like maps and timelines, you don't get that option. Maps don't even show their title. They just show like the code. But that's really convenient because I can just grab that code from the URL and put it into a block, and life is just easier. But all right. And now this timeline from Terraloga. And Cheryl's kind of been popping off, not gonna lie. Been doing a lot of really cool stuff. I've been seeing their name like all over the place lately. And so here we go. And this one's using like the fancy new view. I like the classics. I prefer the list view, just like for my own stuff. But this, like the eras view, is like really sick. Or I don't think that's the right name for this, but I know what I mean. Yeah, it just looks, it's so cool. And I think what I liked the most about this is the way that the background changes. Like you can see, like that one was a little subtle to start, but you can see how as we pass into different eras, so I'm gonna scroll down a little faster, slowly we parallax into changing the map in the background. So if you see it again right now, bam, oh. And so we get to, not only do we get to see the actual events that are playing out, and ooh, that one changed a little bit. Ooh, yeah, see, we also get to see like the development of the empire, kind of like in real time. And that is just, it's so cool. Ooh, see, okay. Yeah, and things just kind of, I like seeing like the different regional borders, like the political lines like changing as we set into different eras of the timeline. And that's just, it's so cool. I think we're about to see it again. Yeah, there we go. And one more time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, like I just love that kind of stuff. Yeah, we just when you see a timeline like this, yeah, you just kind of have to start like just scroll up and down, up and down. Cuz there's so much cool stuff going on in here. And yeah, so add Cheryl if you're not following, like absolutely. There's some really cool stuff happening, especially in this world. Now, the history of the Isles from Frodo Baggins. This is a world that I was made aware of because of the awards this year. So like I hadn't really seen the content before, hadn't really read anything about this world, but like I really liked it. A lot of these articles like came like really like dangerously close to entering my shortlist. Like hell yeah. It's so cool cuz like I really like the aesthetic of this world. A lot of cool stuff happening. Yeah, this world is really cool. I really need to just sit down and get to know it a little bit better. Cause I don't know, like the you know, artist brain coming out again, like the aesthetics of this world, just so cool. So cool. So awesome. So I'm here like left thinking like, oh man, I really need to learn more. I need to know more so that when I talk about this world to people, I actually know what I'm talking about and what I'm saying. Oh, drop my chapstick. Oh no. Yeah, so we go into like all of these kings, all of everything. The years of unrest. More kings and the Great War. And yeah, so things just be happening. And I love a world in which things just be happening. And into the present day, the long dark. Islanders now live under a shadow they cannot escape, and over the course of many years they become diminished and unable to fight back. Ooh. Very cool. Very awesome timeline. Speaking of awesome timelines, amazing, delicious events of the Shattered. Starting off with the loneliness, first domestication, first trade routes. And so it's really cool to see like where this little shattered world began and where things are going, how things work, where the first stars came to be. Let me have some space on the crying corner. No, everybody stop crying. Everybody stop crying, please. I'll start crying, and we don't want that. We don't want me crying on stream. No, this like in a very similar in a similar way to Mochi's timeline, like it feels like we're just floating through space, and I love that. Just it feels really cool. It's really fun. And like I think one of my favorite things about Shattered is how much like animal imagery and like symbolism there is. So there's the manta ray that we read about before, like lionfish, like it's really cool. It makes everything so identifiable. And like, you read about this thing and like you remember it. Like it's identifiable and memorable. It's really cool. Anyway, I love this timeline and I love this world. Did I share the oh I didn't share the link. I'm a goofy goober. Here you go, everybody. Another really cool eras timeline. I think it's really cool just seeing these image effects. Yeah, dividing the eras with colors. Yeah, the colors, I really like that as a feature of the eras. And this one, I just think this is a really cool like use of like this effect to get like that background. It's really fun. And yeah, so it's another really cool piece of content from me. All these events and all these things. Like there's a lot of history in this world that I'm just not aware of because I just haven't done enough reading. I kind of need to. And the way the characters look, like I need to figure out like I need to hack the CSS in timelines to get like the perfect images, the perfect vibes. Cuz I really haven't done very much if any timeline work on World Anvil. Mostly because like I know that I want like if I'm going to make a timeline, I want it to be complete enough that it's like I want it to be substantial, not necessarily complete, but like I want there to be enough in there that it's like this is worth clicking into and reading, and you actually come out of there feeling like, yeah, I have a good idea of this history. I don't have a good idea of my history. How am I going to make a timeline that other people get a good idea of their history from? Like, my goodness. But here is our 6th shortlist entry. The chronological events by Jacob W. in Red Sunrise. Oh my god. What are the bots coming in here for? Anyway. But yes, this one, like I just really think that this is it's just so nice to look at this timeline. And there's so many cool events just happening in here. The narwhal praise. Yeah, like narwhal attacks. I think that's fun. Yeah, placeholder name. That happens. I do that a lot. And I just forget to change things like, I should have changed this a very long time ago. Yeah, so get all your delicious, delicious pirate history in here. Get to learn about all these conflicts, and like we were talking a lot about conflicts earlier and how like I'm not really good about writing them. um but I know that there's a lot of talk of conflict throughout this timeline. Like I could click on a couple of these articles, maybe do a little bit of learning, do some inspiration reading. Maybe one of these days I'll come out with like a banger, an absolute banger of a conflict article. And yeah, it's arranged in seasons too. So season 1, season 2, like just a lot of things, a lot of drama, a lot of conflict. I don't know. It makes me so interested in the story. Like I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to know what's happening. I need to know more about this relationship and how people are getting back together and breaking up. It's just there's a lot of storytelling in here, and that's really awesome. I love it. Did I share that link? Yes, I did. Good, good, good. All right, and so now we have a couple not timelines, maps. That's the one. That's the word. We've got a couple maps to go look at. And so on best map, we have 4 maps, and I think conveniently that's like just enough to fill my screen. Oh, perfect. See? That's what we had planned for, of course. Definitely is for real, the real reason. Happy Ace Day. Wait, is today Ace Day? Did I not know about my own day? Ooh. How did I not know about my own day? To be fair, I don't know about any day of any kind unless someone tells me it's that day, so. Happy Ace Day, everybody! From one local ace icon to another. Whether that's you in the chat or someone you know. Happy day. I am my own sippy lord today. But anyway, let's look at our maps, our favorites. So we have this one from Mirios, we were just talking about. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Really cool. It you. It Mochi. Hey, Ace Gang, what up? What up, Ace Gang, rise up. I, like, this map is absolutely beautiful. That's why it's on my list for the first thing. And second, there's just so much information in all of these. I do, like, my only, yeah, gobsmacked, yeah, like, I love it. If I had to make, like, any kind of, like, if I had to make any kind of feedback, like, note, I feel like this, I feel like having everything be, like, this clustered is a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit distracting. Hello, what was your map made in? I did not make this map. This is not my map, so I actually could not tell you what it was made in. My best guess, however, based on the style, is going to be Wonderdraft. Maybe. Like, do not take my word for it. I do not actually know, but that's gonna be my guess. But yeah, like all of all these pins like clustered super close together, just by the nature of like really large maps, I feel like that's a really difficult thing sometimes to browse through reliably. However, the fact that there is this much information on all these map pins is really cool. It's really fun. Like if you want to know something about where you are, you got it. All the information is right there. But yeah, absolutely like really gorgeous. And like you can't really see it in like the bottom corner of my screen, but it has like this little sun graphic. In fact, let me just try to grab it. We'll shorten my window. There we go. See this little graphic down here? I think it's really nice. I think it's cute. You know, there. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really cool. And that is why it is on my shortlist. Oh, page broke. Okay, no, fine. Oh wait, did I? No, I need to grab the link. Apologies. And here she is. As we jump onto the next on our shortlist is the map of Osao by Mochi. It's so bright and so colorful. It's so different from a lot of the other maps, and that's like a big contributing factor to why I was like, ooh, this one really stands out. I think it's really cool. It's really like stylized. And we get to learn about all of these different places with the polygons. I need to work with like polygons or something. I think that'd be a nicer way of presenting my regions in like my map of Malcora that I have. Like if I just start outlining things in polygons and saying like, okay, we'll use this instead of a pin, I feel like that'd be less distracting on the regions layer, but I digress. This isn't about me, this is about Mochi. And so all these wonderful lands and how colorful everything is. No. Not gonna spoil nothing. Not gonna say nothing. Well, let's just say there was one particular step of Mochi's scavenger hunt that I had in the bag instantaneously for reasons. I shall say no more. But yeah, it's really cool getting to click around in here and we can check out the biomes. Like the coral spikes, burning slopes, oh, deserts. So much is happening in here. Let me turn off this, yeah, there we go. Marsh forest, sparkling soda lands. Ah! Like, this place is so cool. There's so much going on. And you can just explore it for forever. But yeah, I think like the one difficult thing about maps, the interactive maps, is like you hover over something and like it opens up instantaneously. Doesn't matter what else you're trying to read. Yeah, we got settlements, we got geographic locations. Like there's so much. There's so much. It's so cool. Everyone should check out this map. Here you go. I'll even link it. Easy peasy. Who's next? Oh, Shadowfire. Shadowfire, my co-winner for the most beautiful world last year. And like, you know, you look at this map and like just look at it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. All these pins telling you more things. Different story elements, different locational things. And yeah, there's a lot of events and stories. You can find people. And that's really cool. Have you played Tribes of Midgard before? I have not, actually. I have not played that game before. I think I know people who do play it, and I kind of wanted to, but I have not even looked into it before. You would love it. It's amazing. Oh, I guess I'll have to check it out. You know, I think people have told me that I would like it, and so I guess now I have to. If my viewers are also in here telling me like, hey, play this game. But yeah, this is the map that we commonly see, just kind of like all over Shadowfire. Is there a world link that I can just kind of, oh, right here. Because if you go to Shadowfire, it'll be pretty iconic. You see it on the world header, pretty much everywhere you go. This world is stunning. It's beautiful. There's a reason it won Most Beautiful World last year. Like we won it together because like the people couldn't choose. They were like, it's either this or Malcora, and then they were like, why not both? And I think that's really hilarious. But yeah, this iconic map, I think, really cool, really sick, really pretty. Highly recommend. We'll share that link for everybody. Go check it out on your own time, read some of those pins. And this map. Is that the end? Yes, it is. This map. Enliton in Lethea. Yeah, and Lethea just keeps hitting. I hope we get some double wins this year. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm imagining like a 5-way split. Could you imagine? Wouldn't that be, I feel like that'd be both disastrous and also deeply hilarious. It's like, oh, the people really couldn't pick between the 5 nominees, so we have 5 winners. Everybody wins. Everybody gets a trophy. Oh, like on that topic, I was wondering about the logistics and how cute it would be if every nominee like got a ribbon, like a physical ribbon. So kind of like how, like basically if they just like printed out, or not printed out, but like made a replica of the badge, the ribbon badge, and they just gave that to all the nominees. That'd be so cute. And then of course like the winner gets like the proper trophy and everything else. But like, just get a little ribbon to hang up on your wall. It's like, I was a nominee for this award. That'd be so cute. But anyway, we're just Lithea. Dillian just keeps hitting. It's so cool. We have a lot of oh, we're frozen. Uh-oh. No, we're fine. We're fine. So we have a lot of really cool details just all throughout this map, like these little tags that are hanging down. That's so, it's so cute. And like it adds again like this like in-world flavor to your maps. And let me say, as someone who made a map last year that took the award home for cartography award, I love a narrative map. Like, give me something that you took from your world and are now putting in front of me onto my screen. So, like, she's not gonna be perfect. There's probably gonna be stuff left off of it. Oh my god, pro. Like, give me a story. Tell me tales with this map. I want to, like, know things. I want to know things that your characters know. And also birds. Also Burb. Hello. It's like Burb, hello friend. And Big Burb. Hello there. That's Delian's map, right? Yes. Yes, indeed. With all the layers. This is not all of the layers, I'm sure. I just opened it. But yeah, look at all this. But yeah, we have a black and white layer. We have dark mode, which I don't quite understand what that means, but it's okay. We got the natural map without all the labels and things, and that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea.
Refresh
And the
yourselves.
political boundaries. Wait. Oh, Mochi, you sly dog! You knew that I had an empty mug, so I have to get up and refill. Don't be stealing the chair while I'm gone. And don't mind me and my blankies. I'm cozy. I'm shambling back. I'm coming. Putting down my mug. Picking up my pillow. I return. Chair. Looking particularly snazzy today. Oh my goodness. Don't you see how tanned I am? Said the chair. Oh, Kato, are you not here for the developing saga of Mochi flirting with my chair? They're in love. Every time I go up to refill my mug, the saga grows and continues. I'm waiting for like a plot line to develop. One of these days I'm gonna like get up and I'm gonna sit back down and there's gonna be like an entire like lore developing between Mochi and this chair. That's why Mochi keeps using the sippy. Guys, unpack why is Mochi flirting with a chair. It's a long story. They're in love, okay? But all right, political boundaries. This is really cool. Okay, I really like seeing political boundary maps. I like the colors. I like the colors, I like the symbols. I just think they're really cool. Also, I like that there's a note for forbidden knowledge, the irradiated zone, also vassals and administrative divisions. On this political map. Ooh, look at all the colors. And yeah. So this is just a really sick map with so much going on. So cool. And just really awesome. Like I like these, I like this little color, the polygon layer with the black and white version of the map because they really stand out. And yeah, I love the burbs. They're a really nice touch. And yeah, so that was the whole short list. That's it. It's over. And there we are. If you want to go back and revisit more of my short lists, there's the link to the full article, the full page. Yeah, we'll do a little pan up. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just I don't know why it's stuttering so much. I don't like this. I'm here for a nice smooth scroll, but it's not giving it to me. It's just not doing it. But yeah. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, just oh my god, the stuttering. Anyway, and there we go. Thank you guys for joining me as I get to you guys just joined me today so that I could gush about my beloved friends. Friends and new friends, friends yet to be made as well. This is so good. This is so cool. I trying to vote for the Worldbuilding Awards, like, you know, us as regular people, just trying to read every single thing, trying to pick out our favorites, trying to pick out who we like the most. Like it was, oh man. It was such a challenge. It was very trying and it was very taxing. Like having to choose between all of my favorite people on this platform. It was so challenging. It was so difficult. But we did it. We did it. We settled on winners. We settled on our shortlists. And man, that was really great. I really appreciated the opportunity that this did give us though to get to know more work from members of the community that maybe we didn't like see before, didn't talk to before, didn't know the work of. And yeah, I can't wait to violently poke you about your votes. I cannot wait to be violently poked. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of community favorites. And yeah. Like, thank you guys for giving me such a difficult job. Just like an absolute most difficult job of my life, just picking out these articles. Like, this is the perfect time to prepare for going to sleep. Ooh, game in like 10 hours, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, ooh. So, like I said at the very beginning of this stream, I went to bed at like 6 a.m. because I make really good decisions about me and my time spent doing things awake. And I had a moment where I was talking to Nino, and we were, what time is it there? It is currently 5:41 p.m. So we're heading into the early evening at the moment. But I was talking to Nino, like we're talking about like plans on Minecraft or whatever. And he said to me, like, while we were just sitting there awake, well, it was a normal hour for him because he's like overseas, but he's like, oh yeah, so blah blah blah, talking about times. So you're streaming in like 8 hours, right? I'm like, what? That number sounds fake. I think I need to go to bed. So yeah, so that was really good. That was really great. So we got plenty of sleep last night. It was really good. It was fine. We really killed it out here. But yeah, we make really good decisions out here. Consistently, constantly. Yeah, so next week for streaming is going to be Tabletop Weekend. We are going to have the full weekend for fundraising for Extra Life. So absolutely, please come by. We'll be playing games. We'll be having a good time. And I will try to think of something as like a donation incentive. But for those of you who are not in the know about what Extra Life is, there we go. Yes, we are raising money. Starting last year, we are now annually raising money for our local children's hospital through Extra Life. So if you would like to come specifically during next weekend's event, if you would like to come help and donate, that would be so appreciated. That would be really awesome. And even if you can't donate, just come hang out. Those funny little numbers really help more people come in who are more likely to donate. So even if you can't contribute, just come hang out. Oh no, don't watch the VOD. No, stop it. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I said anything that I didn't later say after you came in, but like, I was just saying things like, oh no. But yeah, I don't know fully what exactly we're going to play, but I definitely think I want to finish our Baldur's Gate run. That'd be really fun. You know, we have to finish it eventually. We have to. We started the game, we got most of the way through it, and we're like, oh, we're like almost there. We're almost at the end, and so we need to finish one playthrough. I should play Final Fantasy. Ooh. Ooh. You're so right for that. Maybe I will. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'm like a little bit wary about like streaming me playing MMOs. I don't know how like where I need to be. But like I feel like my friends who stream World of Warcraft, for example, like you're so brave. You're so brave. But maybe. We'll see. We'll put like a little list together cuz I want it to be kind of like tabletop themed. And you know, Baldur's Gate definitely like it's based on D&D, so it's a very tabletop themed thing for Tabletop Weekend. But we'll see. We'll see. We're really out there just to have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna raise money for some kids. It's gonna be a really good time. And I hope to see you guys there. It'll be really I don't know, I'm trying to really get onto getting better at fundraising in general. I don't think this is gonna be the event where I like really crank it up. But yeah. We'll do a little planning through the week. I'll post my little updates. I'll make some graphics about it. And yeah, of course, if you guys want to hang out and learn more about this, or like if you want to keep up with the updates about it, Discord's gonna be like the #1 place to go. On that topic as well. If you want to hit up my socials, you'll probably see more about it on Twitter as well. And yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to do. And for all of my lurkers here, if you had a wonderful, wonderful time today, be sure to follow so you can go hang out and see us again in the future. It'll be really great. But yeah, leveling up in Final Fantasy XIV to do stuff with people, that is like the biggest bottleneck I see for new players. Because like naturally when you jump into a game, you want to like, you know, hang out with your friends. You want to do stuff with people. And Final Fantasy's system, like the story system, kind of prevents you from doing that ahead of time. So my biggest advice to anyone starting Final Fantasy is like treat it like a single player game. Treat it like a single player experience. Because I genuinely think that like the story experience is absolutely phenomenal. I think like if you love storytelling in games and if you like following lore, if you like the questing experience of games, Final Fantasy is like it's it. Like that is it. It's amazing. But if you are like extremely social and you really want to play with your friends, you might have a really hard time with that. You might feel like it's really dragging. You might feel like, man, I really wish I could just skip all of this and go play with my friends. But I personally feel like the major value in Final Fantasy XIV is the story, is experiencing all the story connecting with the characters around you, like throughout the story, throughout the campaign, all of that. And like even the side quests and everything, like my greatest joys in Final Fantasy are in what I did as a single player. But then it's also, of course, it's really fun to go jump into trials and dungeons and everything else with your friends. Because it's still a social game. And you can go like roleplay in the cities and you can just go hang out and like talk to people. And that's also really, really nice. And so it's kind of just a mix. But yes, Final Fantasy XIV, the single player game that has multiplayer elements, is how I typically describe it. Like it's still so good. It's still like I said it in the Discord the other day, but like I would give anything to be able to like replay Final Fantasy XIV for the first time again. To experience that story with fresh eyes. It's my god. It is just some of those storylines, they just like they pick you up and just like throw you. You know what I mean? Like yeah, just erase the brain. When I played with Hante, she just stalked me into display of mounts. Yeah. Like that, yeah, there were a lot of fun mounts too. And yeah, so like it's really it's just such a good time. I have such a like deep and profound love for Final Fantasy XIV. It's just like it's a crime that I don't play it as much as I used to. Specifically because I know that it's like a major time sink for me, and so like I literally deprive myself of the things that I love to do because I know that they're time sinks because I have other things that I need to do, and that sucks. That sucks. And you know, among those things like Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, RuneScape, world building. Yeah. You know how much stuff I would be writing if I had the time to just like sit down and do nothing but that? You know how many wonderful things I would be putting out into this universe if I could just do that? Oh my gosh, do you know how many like 16-hour sessions I would play of Minecraft if I didn't have other obligations? And like oopsie poopsie, I basically did that yesterday and that was a mistake. Not a mistake for my heart, but definitely a mistake for my everything else. A mistake for all of my affairs, for sure. My goodness. I do. Sorry, we're just like, we're sitting here chatting. I might as well just like, hello, it's me. Hi. um, but yeah, I need to be more productive with my time so that I can clear out my schedule, so that I can do more of the things that I think are fun rather than things I'm just obligated to do. But okay. I believe I've held on to you, all of you, lovely beans, for long enough. Let's go find a place to just go hang out. Some cool new people to just be with for the remainder of the day. Just like a good stream. Ooh, you know? Y'all have a good one. Absolutely, Jantara. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. I think, yeah, we're gonna go hang out with It's Eggs Benedict. Eggs is an absolutely wonderful person. Eggs is one of the people that I was just talking about who streams World of Warcraft, and you are so brave for that. I don't know how. I would be so nervous. It was a nice stream. Goodbye, everyone. We're gonna get this raid started. Of course, our raid shout is bird raid. So grab that and shout your origins so everybody knows. But Eggs just recently had an awesome rebrand. Got a fun new jester model, and I love it. I'm here for it. Go collect your daily buff, go stop by, say hello. Or if you just need to go head on out, absolutely, I completely understand. I appreciate all of you for coming by and hanging out with me today. This was really great. I'm so glad that I got to spread just like all of my love to all of you and just tell you how cool you are and all the amazing writing that you do. I'm so terrified to see the actual results for these votes. But I'm terrified in like a good way. I don't know what to expect. It's a mystery. But as we are heading out, I will see you guys next week for some Extra Life Tabletop Weekend fundraising. I hope to see you there. If not, just to hang out and watch me freak out about kissing a wizard. It'll be such a great time. But I implore you all, grab your sippies, go world build, go have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Do the things that make you happy, and go love your friends. Tell your friends that they're cool and that you love them, okay? Those are my orders to you. But I will see you later. I will see you around.